Okay, folks, welcome to the Kevin Holly Show.
How do I stop it?
Viewer discretion is advised.
You are listening to the Kevin Holly Show.
The Kevin Holly Show.
The Kevin Holly Show. The Kevin Holly Show. Kevin Holly.
Welcome to the Kevin Holly Show.
You are listening to the Kevin Holly Show.
I'm strictly pickly.
Come on,
If you're sucking, you're listening to the Kevin Holly Show.
You are listening to the Kevin Holly Show. And Kevin Holly and everyone else.
You're listening to the Kevin Holly Show. Why? Because your mother told you not to. There's no freaking value above you monkey.
You are listening to my best friend on the Kevin Holly Show.
You are listening to the Kevin Holly Show.
The thrill of victory. And the agony of defeat.
Oh! He needs some milk!
It's worse than selling cats in the river. Hi, Kevin. Hi, Kevin. Hi, Kevin. Hi, Kevin. Hi.
Come on,
If you're sucking, you're listening to the Kevin Holly Show.
You're listening to the Kevin Holly Show.
My name is Morgan Freeman, and you're listening to the Kevin Holly Show.
You got the two brothers coming at me.
And it's not going to you, Kevin. Do you know why? Because you're a cunt.
Come on,
If you're sucking, you're listening to the Kevin Holly Show.
Trying to call the Kevin Holly Show. Hello, nobody's answering. Muy bien, como va? Well, I tried to call you, Kevin, and, you didn't pick up the phone, so I guess nobody's listening. Nobody cares. That's right. Nobody cares. Anyways, call me back, Kevin. Hello.
You are listening to the Kevin Holly Show. Come on,
If you're sucking, you're listening to the Kevin Holly Show.
Well, hello everybody, and
This radio person is the whole problem. Are we going to allow this guy to be heard by anyone who can turn a dial?
got a pirate radio station.
Nobody knows who he is.
Mama knows who I am.
You out there? You listening?
welcome everybody to the Kevin Holly Show. And I'm your host, Kevin Holly. And I know some of you are probably hoping I'm doing this alone tonight, but I'm not. I've got probably three of my favorite people in the whole wide world in the studio with me live tonight. My co-host, my executive producer, unproductive reproduction agent, Jaybird in the house. What's up, man?
I'm pretty sure I've probably been demoted. It's been a while, man, but thank you, Kevin.
Ah, you're not demoted at all.
It's good to be here.
Thanks for coming, man. I missed you. I can't wait for you to stare into my eyes once again. Anyway, Pop's in the house as well. What's up, Pops?
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Hello. Hello. And that beautiful, sexy voice you hear on the pink microphone, that'd be my executive... what are you... are you the executive gopher now, pretty much? Pretty much. Filbert in the house.
Hey, for Filbert.
Hey, for Filbert.
Take your panties off, ladies.
Ooh, take your panties off. Is it No Panties Wednesday? Wednesday? Welcome aboard. I'm a real boy now. Oh, wow. So we got a lot in store for the audience tonight. If you want to hit us up, the phone number tonight, 727-237-6010. Also, check us out on the IRN Internet Radio Network, the IRNBroadcast.com, IRNBroadcast.com. Also, RadioChaos.net, as well as the WBR FM in the UK. Welcome, Lionel Nation listeners, and stick around for the John LeBang Show after the Ken and Holly Show. Oh, man, where to begin? Where to begin? Pops.
I'll tell you a little joke about two kids are out in the yard raking leaves. One is 6 and the other is 8. And they said, the old 8-year-old said to the 6-year-old, you know, it's good that we're doing this, that Mom and Dad are giving these chores to do, teaches us character, but maybe now that they're putting responsibility on me, maybe they'll let us swear a little bit. Let's check it out tomorrow. I'll say a sentence with hell in it, and you say a sentence with ass in it. Little guy says, okay. So the next morning, mother, they come in the kitchen for breakfast, you know, and the mother says to the oldest one, hey, what do you want for breakfast? He said, what the hell, Ma? I believe I'll have a bowl of Cheerios. What did you say? She gets a paddle and swats him on the butt, paddling on the butt all the way into his room. When he gets in the room, she slams the door shut. Stay in there until I tell you can come out. So he comes out, and the little guy's sitting there kind of shaking in his jeans. She says, okay, Tommy, what do you want for breakfast? I don't know, Mom, but you can bet your ass it ain't Cheerios.
Welcome back. Pops is back. That's pretty good, man. I want to tell my kids that one. Filbert, man, for, I
got to tell you, number one, I can't hear anything out of these headphones. And number two, when I talk, I can't hear myself.
Yeah, something's up with your microphone, man. What have you done?
Nothing. Oh, God.
How about now? Wow.
Testes, 1, 2.
Testes,
1, 2.
Testes. Jaybird, testes? You got testes?
I got a couple of them, but listen, man, I'm trying to get onto the Spreaker.com to get in the chat room so I can talk to my buddy Glick.
Uh-oh.
And there's like so many more sites, and I don't have my glasses, so this is an issue, but there's like the Kevin Thomas.
Try those out, see how those work. My mic works better
Kevin
since I spun it.
Garcia, Mexican Kevin.
Oh, yeah.
There's the
Kevin Garcia is awesome.
Just type in the Kevin Holly
Jackson show. That's what I've been doing. And
Does that help, those glasses?
Yeah, they're not too much.
They look really small for your head, dude. This
makes me feel good.
Glasses?
This is the Kevin Parting show, right?
Yeah. Type in Kevin Parting. Yes. Speaking of twat waffles, Glick in the chat room. Welcome. We do have a chat room available if you're listening on. Everything's on KevinHollyShow.com. Just KevinHollyShow.com. Check us out in the chat room and all that good stuff as we get Jaybird online here. You can use this other computer if you need to. That one right there.
Shit, no, that thing's smaller than this. I'll get there, man. Just like everything I usually do, it just takes me a little while anymore.
So,
getting out of bed, taking a pee, sit there for a few minutes before it starts flowing.
It sucks getting old, right?
Yeah, getting on the internet, all that stuff takes time.
Sorry, I think I fixed it. Speaking of taking too much time, Rob Haas in the chat room. And he called me a child molester.
Where's he been? Where's he been lately?
He's been in Tennessee. Tennessee. I'm thinking about becoming a rapper. I was going to do stand-up comedy, but I think I'm going to be a rapper now.
A stand-up comic.
Now, I think about rapping.
What changed?
I don't know. Lil Pump kind of brought me to a new reality.
Speaking of that, by the way, so I've been monitoring my kid's internet access at school because he's been getting into trouble. And he's been going to YouTube, checking out videos and stuff. And Lil Pump was one of the videos that he was looking at.
Lil Pump or
Lil Pump?
Lil Pump.
And my wife is like pissed off that he's listening to that kind of music. I can only assume that he listened to the Kevin Holly show a few weeks ago, and he got that idea from you.
Well, speaking of Lil Pump, he got arrested for shooting a gun out of a car window, right? Jay, Pops, have you guys heard of Lil Pump?
I have no freaking clue.
Oh, you don't want to know. He's got like gummy worms for hair. Like, anyway.
What's that?
He's like a 17-year-old mumble rapper, right? And he just got in trouble for shooting a gun out of a moving vehicle and like doing it on Facebook, right? So TMZ, the popular celebrity news network, whatever you want to call it,
30 miles home.
They caught up with him coming out of the juvenile court building, And here's how it went down. Ready? Here we go.
Hey, what's up, Pump? How you doing, man? What happened, man?
Hey, man, we got rich lawyers. We got real lawyers, the best lawyers in the planet.
It was reported to the police that intruders fired into your house.
Hey,
is that your memory of what happened?
Listen, hold up. See my ankle? House arrest, house arrest, house arrest, house arrest.
House arrest.
Pop 2 hands up. Pop 2 hands up, pass test. Gucci gang, tear on my fucking chest.
That's gonna be his next song. House arrest, house arrest, house arrest, house arrest, house arrest, house arrest,
Dude.
house arrest, house arrest.
I love how the TMZ guy tries to like befriend him right off the bat, but instead of calling him Lil Pump, I think he just called him Pump. There.
Hey, what's up, Pump? How you doing?
Hey, what's up, Pump? How you doing? Is that how you would talk to Lil Pump?
I think he said Lil Pumps with an S, didn't he?
He just said Pump.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, I could play it again for you, Phil. I mean, I don't know. You only got one side of your
What's up, Pump? How you doing, man? What?
As long as they don't have him sing the national anthem.
Can you imagine
It would be better. It would be better than what's her name?
Better than Fergie's?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Fergie's hot, though, you know?
Yeah, true.
I mean, she could puke on the microphone and people would still be like, that wasn't so bad, man. You see the dress she had on? I don't know, man.
I saw one version of it. Actually, you know, I saw a bunch of stuff on Facebook about it, and it was like the Fergie challenge, and you see all these people that were just destroying it. I heard it. It was a bad.
It was better than Roseanne Barr's, right?
Well, anything. Well, I don't know. I'm kind of hot for Roseanne Barr, so I don't want to
Ew.
talk about. Oh, yeah, she's freaking. I don't know.
What is it about her that turns you on, dude?
She's got beautiful breasts. Those eyes, I could stare into those eyes for, you know, like 2 minutes at a whack.
Do you think she oinks like a piggy? Kind of like that little Pomeranian that licked PJ's butthole when he was banging his girlfriend.
What?
Oh, that's
What do you smoke when you're watching her, Jay?
Pole.
Hey,
Wow.
wasn't she coming out with a new movie? Weren't they going to redo that?
Yeah, the series is supposed to be
Series?
rebooted.
I mean, yeah, not movie, yeah. I'll watch it, man. Why not? I always liked Roseanne Barr.
I thought the show was good. I enjoyed it. I watched it as a kid all the time.
Yeah.
You know, I thought it was fine. Who do you think was hotter? First Becky, second Becky, or the chick with the curly hair?
Oh, man, I don't know.
That chick with the curly hairs, even though she's a lesbian, was kind of hot back then. I don't know why, but something
Dude, she
about
was like
her.
talking about-
14, you weirdo.
I was too.
All right, Kevin. So
You're
she's
only
she's a little old, but you know.
Kevin likes the older women.
Oh my god, dude.
Viewer discretion is advised.
He's trying to get off of the pedophile list.
Yeah, I don't think you can get off that list. He's trying to get off on that list.
Rob Haas is glad to see you, Pops. He says finally some intelligence in the room.
Yeah, Glick says, shut up, Kevin and Filbert, and give my man Pops a microphone.
That's right.
There's a smart man.
The average age of the show has increased by at least 40 years.
Unfortunately, the IQ hasn't.
Mr. Glick, do you have any idea what the toughest part of getting old is?
Do you want me to ask Glick that, or
can he hear me?
Yes, he can.
Then you don't have to ask him if he can hear me. He'll give an answer if he has an idea.
What's the hardest part about getting old?
The toughest, the hardest, the most confusing, the most frustrating, everything you want it to be. Glick, any ideas?
Haas says Jay's got some sexy titties.
He called them man breasts.
I got some nice
What's
man
that got to
booties.
do with growing old?
I don't know, but that's what Glick says now, too.
The older you get, the better his breasts look.
It's the hardest part about getting old is you can't stop staring at Jay's boobies.
These guys are afraid to challenge me with an answer, huh?
Well, okay, no, we got some answers now.
Glick's Googling it. Hold on.
Glick says, I can hear you, Pops. And then he says, the hardest part, Haas says, no Viagra. And Glick says, losing your mind? I don't think Pops has lost it.
Anybody else have any ideas?
Glick is onto it, I think, Pops.
No.
Losing your mind.
Not yet. I haven't experienced that yet.
This guy's sharp as a tack, man.
No, the hardest part of aging is remembering when you were young. And then seeing all these young dudes making some of the same stupid mistakes you made.
Well, see, if you lost your mind, then you wouldn't even know about it. So that would be
Well,
all right.
I think some of the younger guys that I'm hanging around with are trying to help me lose my mind.
Yeah, some people pay for that, you know.
I mean, I'm sure that I haven't been forgetting all this stuff. That somebody's been deceiving me.
You've been repressing it,
changing my pill bottles around and all that shit. You know.
And just to clarify that,
taking and emptying my pee bottles and hiding my pee bottles on me so I can't use them the next time I got to empty my bag and shit like that is really frustrating.
Wait a minute, you empty your bag into a bottle?
Yeah, saves me the trip to the shit house. I mean, some days that's the way you feel when you get to be over 80.
Gotcha. Okay.
I mean, it really, you know, you start to go downhill when you hit 60, but then when you hit 80, man, it really starts. It adds up quick.
So we haven't started to go downhill yet, is what you're saying? Because I feel like I have.
Well, you know, it depends upon how quick you started climbing up the hill. You know, the sooner you started climbing up it, the quicker you would start falling down at the back end. You know, but
well, PJ's all about falling into the back end.
How old were you when you first got laid, PJ?
How old was I?
Yeah.
It was I was technically 15. It
15?
was my 16th birthday present.
Okay, how
old was
somebody
he?
How about the first time with a girl?
Yeah. How old was he?
We didn't mean the gym teacher.
Dude, you were kind of slow, huh? It took you a while. I was only 13.
I mean, you know, it's funny that you say that because it probably did happen a lot earlier, like, you know,
well,
in the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s.
I got this girl out in the field, you know, and we smooched a little bit, and then we had intercourse, and she wasn't a virgin evidently because she didn't bleed, but I got all excited, you know, and then the embarrassing thing is, about 2 minutes after I came and crawled off, I looked over. And there was her mother watching us.
I thought you were going to say animals were laughing.
No, her mother was watching us. You're supposed to say, what did she say?
What did she say?
I think that used to happen a lot more in the 30s, 40s, and 50s too.
No, actually,
Knock your socks off.
Actually, I had a two-legged woman.
When I was a kid, it was still like supposed to be something special, and they warned you about this, that, and the other, and it was kind of scary. Nowadays, I think kids are like, "Oh yeah," you know, in third grade, they're ready to do that now.
Well, my granddaughter told her brother, 2 years older, when she was 5, I think, or she was 5 years old, she got it on the way home from kindergarten in the bus. How you make babies? She said, the man takes his thing and he puts it in a woman's thing. And he squirts some oil in there, and that's when they make baby.
It's pretty accurate, man.
Well,
I mean,
we all thought somehow a belly button was involved. We didn't get it.
Well, when I was a young sir, it was the stork brought the babies. You know, that's why I'm so old school and why I have such a trouble with all these changes. I mean, like we changed telephones, and I just got to the point where I knew how to operate the other one. Now I got a whole new telephone to try and see. And then now we got a new TV. And that's a real challenge. I mean, old dogs have a hard time changing.
So listen, Pops caught me jerking off when I was like 15. And he's like, hey, son, save that for when you get married, right?
So, two weeks later, he came to me with a gallon full. He said, hey, Dad, where do you want me to put it?
And you were like, let me call Filbert. Hold on. You cum dumpster.
Imagine if I could have just sold
Come on,
that
here
to
I
a
am
bank.
telling you a sweet story about my youth, and you guys are sullying it.
Well, speaking of that story, Glick in the chat room says that's a hell of a 16th birthday present from your uncle, Phil.
Yeah.
Well, you know, Haas says that he's very thankful and glad that Pops is back at the show. He hasn't heard your voice since the hurricane.
Who is that?
Rob Haas.
Trucker Rob.
Trucker Rob.
Oh, okay.
Trucker Rob.
You guys hang on because I'm going to come up with a contest. See if you guys really believe in me or it's all bullshit.
I think we should do it right now.
Fake swag packs coming your way.
No, it's going to take a little bit of doing on their part. They're going to have to send money.
Do it.
Oh, shit.
Oh, no.
Let's wait till...
Not a lot of money.
We're finally going to get paid?
Huh?
We're finally going to get paid from
Oh,
Kevin?
I hope I am. I am. I need something to supplement my Social Security. See, I was helping a young guy build a rental business, and I took 3 pay cuts before I retired. So it probably cost me $150 a month in my Social Security. And well, I feel guilty about Social Security because years ago when I first started, I paid in the max every year for quite a few years.
What?
And when it started, it was $4,400. Then it went to $4,800. I paid that in August or September. I had earned that. They didn't take Social Security out after that.
I would have thought when you started paying Social Security it was wooden nickels or something.
Let me ask you a question, Pops. When was the last time you filed taxes, Pops?
Probably in 90. When did I sell the filter
96.
business? 94, 95.
So you probably don't need your Social Security number anymore then, right?
What?
You probably don't need your Social
Oh,
Security
yeah, every
number?
time I go to the VA, I got at least my last 4, 6304.
Have you ever checked to see if the government owes you anything?
If the government owes me,
Yeah.
I'd be afraid.
Why don't you give me your social and I'll check for you?
Yeah, that's a great idea.
I'll check for you. Write it down.
I'm very nervous about giving my Social Security.
You don't even use it anymore. Go ahead.
He just told you his Social Security at 6304. Yeah.
They would normally use like a fingerprint scanner. I mean, they do it at McDonald's now, but Pop's already is wearing one. So what? What's that bad boy reading?
Can you believe how many scams there are around tax season nowadays?
Dude, I was reading some cool scams on Facebook today. By the way, I'm banned from Facebook. We should probably get into some content. I brought a lot to the table tonight. I got banned from Facebook again.
It's a good thing you're not a drug dealer because you do the same crime over and over again.
I know.
Kevin would sell to the same undercover like 3 times.
You got me again.
I'll try it again.
Yeah. I should stick to selling drugs to mumble rappers. And welcome Andy to the chat room, by the way.
Who?
Andy
Andy.
Andy knows when to come.
What up, Andy? And H-Cow, too.
Hey, who's
That's me.
H-Cow?
This is partner Amos around.
Hey, Amos. Where's Amos, Andy? Hey.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Sorry, my buttons are really big tonight. I gotta switch them small.
Do you guys remember who the 3 most dangerous men are?
Mo, Larry, and Curly?
Jaybird, Pops, and Filbert.
The guys from the band Rush?
You want to know who they are, really? The 3 most dangerous men.
Well, can't we at least have some guests from the audience?
Okay, that's the idea. I just wanted to see if you guys were more important with playing with yourself or you want to get the audience involved.
I'm going to go with
evidently
the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost.
Ooh, the Holy Trinity.
You think they're the most dangerous?
Depends on who you ask.
Huh?
It depends on who you ask.
Oh, well, that's your opinion.
I'm going to go with...
let's see what the audience thinks.
I'm going Blanco Loco, Omar, and Danny Vincent. 3 most dangerous men.
Like, danger from what perspective? Like, they'll kill you?
How about...
Okay, what does our chat room say?
Well, give them a little time. I'm going to say Bonnie and Clyde.
That's
3, right?
And is a one tough son of a bitch.
Yeah, he's horrible.
Bonnie, Andy, and Clyde.
Now that's a thinking man's answer.
Is that for what I said or for what Jay originally said?
Let's get the audience involved.
Oh,
we're still waiting.
Call the show, 727-237-6010.
Our audience is slow. Remember, Glick's got to Google it first.
Yeah.
What?
Glick has to Google it first.
He's got to glick it.
We should ask Siri. Is Siri in the chat room?
Oh, yeah. Where's Siri at?
Yeah, shit.
Hey, don't give me none of that serious shit.
Well, maybe Alexa.
I had that chick calling me every day asking me how she could get on the freaking show. Finally told her to call Kevin and she'd have to give him a blowjob and then he'd probably bring her on.
Jesus. Would everybody see that through Siri? You know, I don't know. Like, I'm going to bring Siri to the studio. I'm going to bring her in.
She wants to come, I'll tell you that much.
Oh my God.
As bad as Dee did, but Dee's boyfriend wouldn't bring her back. He thought,
Dee the
thought
psychic.
you guys were bad.
Yeah,
These
psychic
nuts.
Dee. Oh, Phil. Take
H-
the low hanging fruit there, Phil.
H-Cow asked who are the 3 most dangerous people in the chat room.
I'm H-Cow, Jay, in case you weren't there 30 seconds ago when we said that.
Oh, no, I wasn't. Yeah, I'm sorry.
What did H-Cal say?
There's only 3 people in the chat room, and they're all pretty bad mofos.
There's only 3 people in the chat room?
No, there's more.
That's probably a record for this program.
Jesus Christ. I'm going to have an aneurysm in here.
Come on, people. Who are the 3 most dangerous men, is it?
Yeah, dangerous men.
Who's the 3 most dangerous men?
I still like the dudes from Rush.
Wow, that's...
Geddy Lee.
You're a real bigot, Dad. Why couldn't there be a woman involved
really.
in that?
Yeah.
Women are dangerous.
Well,
Yeah.
there
I
could
think
be.
they're
There
more
could be.
dangerous,
There could be.
actually.
Yeah, are you assuming their gender?
So let's run the list.
There's no audience participation.
We know it's not the guys from Rush. We know it's not the Holy Trinity. We know it's not Mo, Larry, and Curly.
And it's not Bonnie and Clyde.
Could it be Bobby, Peter, and Greg?
Ooh, the Brady Bunch kids.
No.
What if you throw in Cousin Oliver?
Throw them in, it ain't going to help.
How about Obama, Eric Holder, and John Kerry?
Nice.
Wow.
What about Uncle Joe Biden in the mix there?
What about Uncle Sam, Lady Liberty, and...
Smokey the Bear?
Yeah, Smokey the Bear.
Nope.
That's a trifecta of danger right there.
and you and Pops and Jaber are a trifecta up in here.
Well, whenever the chat room says...
Glick had a great response for an idiot. He said, God, Jesus, and Satan. Not counting that God and Jesus are the same person.
No, God is Jesus' father.
They're the same person.
No,
they're the same.
Well, if you believe in the Trinity...
That's like a whole show right there. That's like a whole segment. We could debate that one all day.
Yeah.
But I think...
Haas says Dick Cheney and the
I called
Clintons.
Glick an idiot. That's awesome.
Why?
Nobody
Just for
else
fun.
you guys really want to know?
Yeah, we want to know.
No, I want to play this out for the entire show.
Oh, okay.
I'm just
Okay.
kidding. Yeah, I want to know. Are you sure it's not the...
Does Glick want to know?
Glick wants to know.
Glick, do you want to know?
Glick, do you want to know?
Bo Luke and
Bo
Uncle
Luke and Uncle Jesse. That's a good one.
What?
The Dukes of Hazzard. Bo,
Yeah.
Luke, and Uncle Jesse.
Yeah, there's some bad son of bitches right there.
Or you could flip
Or you
the
could
coin.
say Boss Hog, Enos, and Roscoe P. Coltrane.
Guys, we're playing with ourselves quite a bit here.
I like when we play with ourselves, man.
I know. You're good at that.
Thank you.
All right, so
Come on,
let's
Glick.
spill
Can't you
it,
take
man.
a joke?
Glick wants to know?
Yeah,
Yes,
Glick wants,
he wants
to know.
Okay.
Yeah, all inquiring minds want to know now.
An African with a 6-inch switchblade, an Italian with a machine gun and a violin case, and a Polak with a high school education.
The third one doesn't exist, though.
And a clean bowling shirt.
Who's wearing that one? The Italian?
Pops is on fire.
All 3 of them. They're on the same team. Oh, you can have fun legitimately and use a little thought and screw up around, and what man can make, man can break. So what he can do, he can also create.
What's the
We're going to
Polak
get into
gonna
some
do?
serious shit here tonight, guys.
I'd say-
It sounds
I'm
like
sick
it.
and tired of the way
Yeah.
the Kevin Holly show has been fucking off here lately.
Me too. Guy's an asshole.
I hope the
Kevin
power
Hart.
doesn't go out.
No, don't jinx
Well, the Kevin Foley has had his good days, but he's had some bad ones too, and that's understandable. That's
it.
understandable.
Yeah, sure it is.
I'll shoulder the blame. I'll shoulder all the blame, Pops. I brought the show
Nothing
down.
can stay good and pure forever. I mean, it has to. With every good comes some bad, and with every bad comes some good. So we're gonna look for more good tonight than we've had
Thank
in
you.
a long time.
That's a very deep innuendo you had there. I mean, Filbert.
Basically, what he's saying is you and I suck.
Yeah.
And he's going to, right the ship for us.
He's already done it.
Same thing
They're
everyone
saying
in the chat room is saying.
It's the Jim Knoll show tonight, folks.
Hey, don't get my name involved in this. I'm Pops.
Uh-oh.
I don't want anybody that knows me to know who I am.
Yeah, I'm going to get a phone call tomorrow, and they're going to be like, "Is your friend Jaybird really gay?"
Yeah.
Oh man.
Let me. You want to give them something to think about. Let me give them a two name quiz.
Okay.
Okay.
I got a one name or one word, 2-word quiz, and now like a 1 word later. But this is I'm not going to tell you the answer to
Please
this.
tell me it's not every woman has to.
Every woman has
man.
one.
No.
Take the wheel, Pops.
What?
Take the wheel.
Take the wheel, man.
You're driving now.
Yeah.
Give us one of your quizzes. 2-word
Okay,
quiz.
two-man quiz.
2-word.
2-word quiz.
Hold on, can we?
A 2-man quiz is what Kevin does at the
Two-word.
Mangroves.
You guys got me all confused.
Hold on, Pops. Can we do this real quick, just to start it off?
Do it. This is Pops, and this is my world.
There you go. Sorry.
What's that?
I'll play it again. Here we go.
This is Pops, and this is my world. My riddle?
My
Your
world. Pops' word.
Oh, my world.
Yeah. And in this case, it's two. Two worlds collide, like that monster song.
It's professional radio shit, man. It was what do you call it? A bleed-in, intro.
That would be an intro to
intro.
his segment, I guess.
Okay, here's the two-word quiz. What part of a woman's body does every
You all right there? Yeah, what's going on?
You still with us?
I need to.
What part of a woman's body is it that every
that every woman has two of them, though, right?
That every man wants.
No,
to
every
eat?
chauvinistic man likes.
Ooh.
What part?
What?
What bone in a woman's body does every? What is the only bone in a woman's body
I
that
got
a
it.
chauvinistic man likes? Don't tell. Don't tell.
Okay, I won't. Shit. All right.
Kevin didn't answer properly anyway. It's a 2-word.
What part
It's a
of
2-word challenge.
What bone in a woman's body?
What is the only?
What is
bone?
the only bone in a woman's body that a chauvinist man likes?
And it's a 2-word challenge.
Hoss says, did you say Trucker Bob?
I said Trucker Bob, yeah.
Trucker Bob is a different trucker. That's Buzzard Bob. That's another guy that
Robert,
listens in this.
Bob, whatever.
All right, so
Kathy ever come back?
Oh yeah,
around or
no.
What did somebody?
Hoss says the pelvic bone.
No.
I know the answer to this. I'm just going to keep quiet, but I'm going to tell you right now, I know it.
Ooh. All right, then write it down, cover it up.
I will.
And let me see if he knows.
Yeah, he knows. He's heard you.
Yeah, I think he's
probably
heard
told
it
him before. So.
Yeah.
It's the same reason I got kicked off of.
Farmers Only.
Yeah. No, it was actually ChristiansMingle.com.
Is it either of these?
He can't see that.
There we go. Come on, Phil.
No.
No, neither
Let me see it.
He said no.
You can't
He
see
said
that.
no.
How are you guys not getting this? Hoss's backbone,
Did he have it right?
pelvic bone. I got it right.
No, you didn't.
Then I can say it then if it's not right, right? My guess was my bone. The most important bone in a woman's body is my boner.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, that's the answer is his bone.
I told you I knew. You made me say it. Oh, man. Come on, guys.
I think technically I was right when I said ham bone.
Well, if you call it the ham, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Wait, are you referring to my...
Hopefully you
junk is
don't
ham?
date Muslim women or anything, because then that ain't going far, but...
Kevin, you have more of a pigtail and less of a ham bone, dude.
How the hell would you know, dude?
We're brothers. I've seen it.
What?
I'll bet you guys were
We've
in a
taken baths
bathtub.
before.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, PJ loves to draw.
I've had to change your diaper.
Are you guys are both of Italian descent, right?
Half Italian, half Irish, a little Czech.
It's
A little German, too.
Italian. Your mother was
Mostly
Italian.
Italian, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this when you think about all this immigration stuff and that, when you think of this country being built by immigrants, but you think about years ago these immigrants coming over with no money, no, they couldn't speak the language, and they came. There's a story about a little Italian guy that came over many years ago, and he hit New York. Didn't know anybody, didn't have any money, couldn't speak the language, and he wandered around. He was so happy to be in America because it had been his dream for 5 years. And he was wandering around New York for a week and having a great time looking around and seeing stuff, but not knowing shit about anything. And he was getting hungry. So he was looking to see if he could find a familiar face in all these people. And one day on the corner, here's this old guy Giuseppe, that he knew
Knife
from
sharpener.
Italy. And he goes, Giuseppe, he says, good to see you. Good. Hey, I'm in America. I'm happy. How are you doing? He says, I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
He's a
He says,
butcher.
but you know, he says,
Of course, this was in Italian.
I've been here. I'm saying it in English because I can't speak good Italian.
Can you speak any
But
Italian?
he was speaking in Italian. See, dude is other Italian, and Mario is speaking to Giuseppe. He says, "Hey," he says, "but you know, I'm getting hungry. I haven't eaten." Oh, he says, "That's easy. Just see that sign there, CAFE, cafe. That's where you go to that. They're all over the place here. Cafe. You go eat there." Oh, he says, "What do I ask?" He says, he says, go in. He looks at the time. He says, "Go. Apple pie and ice cream. Apple pie and ice cream." Okay. So he quick runs into he says, "Apple pie and ice cream." And he said, you know, fantastic. So he found 4 or 5 cafes every day. He's going, "Apple pie and ice cream, apple pie and ice cream." But he said, I got to change my diet a little bit. He goes around, he's standing for a couple of days waiting, looking for Giuseppe, and here comes Giuseppe. Hey, you got to help me. I said, "Apple pie and ice cream is great, but I want to add to it." Okay, ham and a cheese sandwich. Oh, okay, so he takes off, and he goes into the restaurant. Hey, the waitress said, "Apple pie." No, apple pie and ice cream. He says, ham and a cheese sandwich. She says, "What do you want that on whole wheat or rye?" He says, "Apple pie and ice cream."
Oh, Pops, you're on fire, man. I would have thought he would have, like, pizza. Like, a pizza pie.
Hey, pizza pie, Luigi.
Hey, what's up, Mario?
Hey, Mario, long time no see.
Hey, why you know eat the pasta?
That's the Italian accent coming out.
Hey, you know you only come to America because of the white privilege. We all come from the white areas of Europe to hold the black man down in America.
How did you turn Jamaican?
Isn't that how they all came here?
No.
They all came here for that, right?
No, they came for the pies, man.
Oh, I thought all the immigrants built America, except for the white ones because they had white privilege.
No, actually, there was a lot of Irish slaves too. So
I know. My point is, they never talk about them. They only talk about the other races.
Right.
Yes, I'm being facetious.
So anyway, PJ, why you being facetious? You should eat the pasta.
Because I cannot find the pie, and all I get here is the ham and the cheese, and
You're
there's
getting
ice
too
cream and apple
skinny.
pie.
You're getting
We
too
don't even
skinny.
have apples in Italy.
Have a linguine.
Apple pie and ice cream. Let's go on to the next topic of interest.
What do they call it in Italy? It's like not sorbet, but what do they call the Italian
sorbet.
ice? No, what? There's like a name like
shaved ice.
Shaved ice?
No. Glick it. Hey, Glick.
Gelato. Gelato.
I love gelato. I never had gelato. I just like saying gelato though.
I had a cousin
That's it.
named
That's it.
Gelato.
That's
I got a lot of
gelato.
friends over here in the room with me.
Yeah, just a
Don't
gelato.
order it until you've tried some of it.
How the fuck are you going to try it if you don't order it?
Not only gelato, but what's the other word I like saying? Pilates.
Pilates is an awesome word.
I love saying Pilates.
Whoa, whoa.
What is that?
That was me playing with the chords. That's what I do. I play with chords all day. That's a black chord.
Black chords he plays with.
Peter, with his dick. I said it first, Jay. Don't rub it in.
I was just laughing and
Actually,
repeating it.
If you could rub it in, that'd be pretty cool. So, jeez, I forgot what I was going to say now. All this talk about gelato and... Oh, Pilates of the Caribbean. That's a small business idea Philbert and I had. Where we do Pilates on a cruise boat and call it Pilates of the Caribbean.
Yep.
Pilates
Yeah.
of the Caribbean.
A
I
couple
like
of fat
it.
Italian short dudes doing Pilates out on a cruise boat.
Johnny Depp looking Pilates guys.
I'll do it. I'll wear a thong.
Oh man.
I could be your poster boy.
Just shave your ass hair and do a thong, dude. You know?
You shave my ass hair and Philbert can take the picture.
Here we go again.
I'd rather have an artist rendering. You know, he just draws it.
Pops, here we go again.
Yeah.
Where are we going, Pops?
We're going to Italy.
I think they would call that gigolates.
Gigolates.
Yeah, Gigolati.
Gigaholati.
What about that other business that you wanted to start with me and I told you no? It was Butt Pirates of the Caribbean. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Crickets?
I'll be here all night. Wow. So, all right. I have some things I want to get into. I want to kind of save it, though. I don't want to get into this next topic until, we got some time before the break. What do you guys think about these kids that went marching to Tallahassee?
Mow them over.
For gun control?
I didn't say that.
Yeah.
I didn't say that.
No, I know, man. It's all in fun and games, but
mow them over with a big freaking
lawnmower?
bulldozer.
I think that the media is exploiting these children and making them choose sides politically when they're kids. They're kids. They should be thinking a little bit about politics, but not being strung about on TV.
But as kids, they should also not be worried about random gun violence.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, the laws aren't going to change anything.
Yeah, and they're telling people I saw a Facebook live feed from Tallahassee. There's like 7,800 people. Oh no, it was the Trump listening party, and then I watched the Tallahassee thing, and I think there was like 500 people watching it, and it was like locally broadcast on Facebook Live here. One of my friends shared it from another page or whatever it was, and anyway, I'm watching it, and the kids are like, "What do we want? Gun control. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Gun control. When do we want it? Now." Like that, right? And I'm thinking to myself, like, it was like, what do we want? Gun control. When do we want it? Now. So anyway,
he's been waiting to use that prompt for
all night
like
long.
a year. Yeah,
That's why the story is on the list of things to talk about.
So there they are talking about it like that, right? And I'm thinking because the reaction to that was some of the older adults in the crowd saying things like, and some of the politicians like, it's going to take you voting. We're going to need your votes. You need to take action. And telling these 15, 16, 17-year-olds.
Dude, that same day, the Democratic National Party's website was asking for donations to further their views on gun control. Well, talk about politicizing.
Sure.
that.
Now, this leads me to this, and it's kind of weird, but I don't think that a 15-year-old should be thrown on TV or bust out somewhere to the Capitol building to scream shout. There was a walkout all over South Florida today. All these students were just walking in circles on the football field, and it was like pack mentality.
Like what kid doesn't want to walk out of school?
Exactly.
Right.
And I think it's the fault of the media for exposing these kids.
Wow, do I have to challenge your ass?
Yeah, me too, because I
It's a
really
good
don't see
thing,
a
but-
problem with people trying to get behind
Hey,
a
one of
cause.
the biggest. You guys are stealing my main thing this evening.
Oh.
And that was the apathy of the young kids.
There's nothing wrong with them feeling this way.
Hey, when I say young kids, I'm talking kids 25 to 30 fucking years old. Some of them 35.
Right.
30 to 18 to 30. They don't vote. They don't want to vote. I can't say I blame them because what is the choice? They can vote for a Republican or a Democrat.
Yeah.
And the only difference is one's in, one's out. One you're going to have to screw in with a left-hand thread, and the other one's got a right-hand
Exactly.
thread.
Yeah, it's a sad
You
thing.
got to back one
And
out
when
to
it
screw the
comes
other
right
one in.
down to it, there
Yeah.
ain't no difference. The only reason a person gets excited once in a while and votes is because they think this guy might bring change. And it comes around, the change is worse than you had before. You never know until it's too fucking late.
Well, I didn't want to get into
But
a
here.
gun control debate or
The
anything like that,
the thing about it,
but- Stop yelling at me,
the
sir.
thing about it for me, an old man.
I'll turn his oxygen down. Hold on.
Thanks. I'm just kidding. Carry on, Pops, please.
You got something you don't want me to say, or
No, carry on.
Jaber's just being
Well, the point is, I listen to these kids from 18 to 39 to 29, we'll say.
Okay.
But there's some of them older. Number one, a lot of them haven't worked a day in their life, and that's because there aren't any entry-level jobs. They've never had a chance to learn how to work or how to deal with people and blah blah blah. And their parents were unionized and didn't want them to work because they could only make $5 or $6 an hour when they aren't worth $2 or $3 an hour. We had a joke when we were hiring people in the rental business. We used to say we'd ask a guy we were trying to hire for stunk work. He'd say, "How much am I going to get paid?" And I said, "I'll pay you what you're worth." And most of them would say, "Hey, I ain't working that cheap for nobody." And they were honest. Well, we'd hire them and give them a chance, and start them at $5, and some of them would get $10 if they were worth it.
Then you started paying Mexicans under the table. Shame on you.
No, we paid them on top of the table if they worked good.
Paid them in porno mags.
No, don't interrupt me with that bullshit. Mexicans are one of the reasons that we don't have any entry-level jobs is because the white man got too good to do a lot of these jobs, so we had to get the Mexican to come in illegally, which we encouraged because we were too freaking lazy because our parents didn't teach us how to work and do menial jobs. But the main thing that I think you need your ass kicked for challenging what 15-year-old kids shouldn't do.
Well, it's...
Hey, just wait. You got 25-year-old kids that have lost interest and don't want to do anything because it's a lot harder today than it was when I was coming up, and I can tell them what I did, and sure, I bought a house on an acre of land for $1,100. You can't do that today. I feel like this. A lot of the things that are wrong, I feel guilty about because I should have done something. But what is the answer to getting something done? Making these young kids aware of some of the problems.
I agree.
And I can name all the problems, starting with education and health care and the congressman not being on Social Security, and they make the laws that affect it. They would be paying the max on Social Security if they were on it.
Yield the floor.
I think
that's a thing that anybody.
Pops, I think
You
the thing
need to
that
relax
I think
a
the
little.
problem
You're like-
Kevin has with this is that it's not that having young kids get behind a cause is a bad thing. It's that whatever the media puts out there, the young kids get behind. They just so happen to be behind a good cause this time. But
well, the media is a lot of the problem. I'll agree with that.
That's my point. The media is throwing these kids on TV and making them make choices about political things they never thought about.
And
before,
it's also
you know?
making the kids believe in something that can't possibly happen because.
Well, these kids have to realize that lots of things can happen, and they have to be the ones that are going to bring about a change.
Yeah, but when it comes to gun control, the only change that's going to work is changing the entire world's mindset about guns. You can ban
Not the
them.
world's
No, the
mindset.
whole world. Because
Listen, let me rein this in a little bit real quick.
How
Let me
about
really
you let
all
me
in.
finish it off for
Well,
once?
because I don't want to get into a gun debate with going into a hard break, Phil.
Yeah.
But I brought this up for a reason.
It's
I wanted
break time is
well, no,
The favorite time of the
have
whole show for
I have this
everybody.
thing here that I wanted to get Pops' opinion on, and it's a trending news story. An 11-year-old Pennsylvania Boy Scout called for jury duty. So with all these things happening in the media the last few
How is
days,
that even legal?
in Westchester, Pennsylvania, a resident has been called to perform his civic duty a few years earlier than expected. So this lady says her son came running to her with a summons from the Chester County Court to appear for jury duty in March. Her son Luke is only 11 years old. Now she says she tried to go online to request an exemption, but there was no option to select for those too young. So she says that she made multiple phone calls, and a person who answers at the county had recently changed companies that pull the list for people who receive summonses. So the error was eventually fixed, but she says her son was excited to go. He's a Boy Scout, and he toured the Chester County Courthouse last year. So it kind of comes full circle for this kid. He gets all excited that he's been called for jury duty at 11 years old. I just thought it was kind of ironic, the nature of what's been in the news with all these children walking out of school, marching, protesting, getting bused to
And
Tallahassee.
then you have one that cares about important stuff.
Yeah,
Wow.
then you got one that wants to serve in jury duty. He went and toured the courthouse last year, you know?
I'm very, very negative on the government getting involved in too much of anything.
Agreed, yes.
Any new program sucks in my way because it's just more bureaucracy piled on top. And Trump was gonna clean the swamp. He ain't gonna do it by creating more bureaucracy.
I'd just like to
Go
comment
ahead.
that I love 11-year-old boys
Mark the
that want to serve on jury duty.
Did you just hand this to us on purpose, or did you just realize?
What?
He wants to go out and have a friggin' cigarette. Let's go. I think I'm gonna have one.
Oh, no, you will not.
No way.
Absolutely not. All right, we should probably break.
You see,
We got 9
now I know.
minutes.
Now I know how these 18-year-old kids feel when they can't go and get a beer, or when they can't go and get a freaking shot in a bar, but they can go and fucking get shot
Well,
over
Pops,
in fucking
why don't you and all your old ass friends organize about this then, and get something done?
Start a
I need,
militia.
I need to get a bunch of you young guys motivated to do something.
I'll start
I
a
can
militia.
guide you, and I can get enough of you together to in one group to take on something, and you can get something done.
I'll get you a motorized wheelchair, man. You can just like drive yourself in that.
Hey, I have good days and bad days. I need somebody
Let's
that's
end,
got.
let's end this
I
segment.
need somebody that's got all of their doubles working, like their balls working, their fucking lungs working, their fucking eyes working, their ears working.
So you're saying you need me,
their
Pops?
teeth, both gums working.
You need me.
Yeah, you and Kevin and Jay and a bunch of other assholes like you guys getting out there with a motive in your ass, or
All right.
Glick and some of the other guys out there that think I'm a good guy to listen to me and get groups going. I'll advise
All right.
on any subject if you want to talk. What needs to be
Well,
done with
let
education.
me ask you. If you could pick one thing that you'd want a chart, to get a bunch of people behind, one cause, what would it be right now? The most important cause you can think of. What would it be?
Oh, it's hard to say which is the most important.
Well, you can't even get organized. How are you going to
No,
organize us?
no. Here's the one thing that I think is critical and it's very attainable. I think that the masses, there isn't anybody that gets a paycheck and looks what they're taking out of it, what the government's taking out of it, even now that they've got a cut and they're getting a little bit more than they would have, that doesn't think the fucking congressman should fucking be on the Social Security system, because they're making the laws that affect it, and they aren't paying a dime in, and they've got a better program. They don't deserve a better program, and you could get everybody that pays taxes to I think, a grassroots, get 15-year-old kids squawking about it.
Can we call it congressional reform? Or legislative reform?
Well,
give them term limits. Get them on Social Security.
Well, yeah.
I can be on board with that. Let's start a militia, man. Let's do this.
And you guys,
and none of them should be allowed to accept lobby money.
Absolutely. And you're gonna have a problem from the Democrats and the Republicans.
Good.
But you get the citizens to unite in this one area. I think that's a place to start.
And no more pork
that's
spending.
The place to
There'll be
start.
no more
And we get
earmarks.
Trucker Rob to spread our message as he's delivering all across the country in his 18-wheeler.
Put it on the side of a
Hey,
53-foot
exactly.
trailer.
Nice.
I want to break the monotony.
Get everybody
for
that's
1 second.
got a pair of balls to do something. Or a pair of tits.
Well, Jay's got both.
Hey, you want a
Please.
tranny?
I don't
Jay's
want to
your man. He's
I
got
don't want to
both.
discriminate against anybody.
We're gonna have a militia.
Even if
of
a guy
trannies.
don't have any balls like me, he should do something.
I got your balls
I'm
now,
getting it
Pops.
started.
Your balls are still on my desk at work.
Yeah.
Hey, Kevin,
Yeah, I gave them
Yeah.
to you.
You
Yeah.
did.
Jaber, what's up?
I just want to give you this penis enlarger. So when you look at it,
It's a light up magnifying
Hey,
glass.
give me that. Give me that. That's my eyes, you fuckers.
You handed it to me.
Hey, let the boys think. Let me give them a one-word quiz for them to think on while we're gone.
Yeah.
What is the one word that is the most required part of any relationship? The one word that's the most required part of a male-male relationship, female-female, male-female, any way you want to look at it.
Okay. and-
male,
Male-male, female-female, yeah, sure.
what if it's a transgender
Any
Muslim?
relationship,
I would like to point
any
out-
relationship between two people.
On a deep level, Pops, I would like to point out that he is not saying necessarily that it's a spoken word.
It's just the most important word.
Yep.
Okay.
Hoss,
Well, it's
sounds like Filbert's onto something.
It's a word that's hard to say anything of any importance that you don't use. Probably.
we've got sex, trust, loyalty in the chat room.
So is it something that has to be spoken between,
I
or
say
is it a
we make
word that
them wait.
describes
I say we
something?
keep them in suspension.
One
till after
word.
the break.
Okay,
Or-
one word.
Hey, it's whether it's between two 4-year-olds, two 40-year-olds, two
What if it's-
80-year-olds,
what if it's
or
between-
two 95-year-olds.
What if it's between a Catholic priest and an 11-year-old boy?
One word?
Then that word
one
is
word.
Phil's
one word.
dick.
and it has to be mutual between the two.
All right, guys. We're already getting some hits. We'll check them when we get back.
What is the one word that is the most required part of any relationship? So far in the chat,
I
sex,
think
trust,
it's the number. I think it's the number one word in any relationship.
and we will let you know what that word is after the break. We'll be right back with more of the Kevin Holly Show.
My name is Morgan Freeman, and you're listening to The Kevin Holly Show.
You're listening to Rex and Randy on Redneck Rockabilly AM 1040. I tell you, it is hotter out there than a Carrie Underwood, Danica Patrick corn dog eating contest. Ain't that right, Randy? I'm sweating harder than Charlie Sheen on a pile of hookers. That boy sure knows how to party. Winning. You bet your ass. And speaking of such, check out this new song by one of my favorites, Scuzz Twittley.
Porn stars, wet bars, driving around in fancy cars, high price cigars, bags of coke, pass a pipe and take a toke. Strip show, killer blow, $1,500 hoe, double D's bouncing in my face. Let's go nuts and wreck the place. Let's get loaded, let's get mean. I wanna party like Charlie Sheen. I wanna party like Charlie Sheen. Lap dance, no pants, that's what I call romance. Long legs, mini skirts, drinking till my liver hurts. Get ripped, get stripped, get $1 million for every script. Let's get $1 million bills and roll like Chuck through Beverly Hills. Down on Sunset, on the Seine. I wanna party like Charlie Sheen. I wanna party like Charlie Sheen. Drinking, smoking, I ain't joking. Let's hit the lights of Hollywood. It's good to get, and the getting's good. Girls that know just what to do jump on you like a kangaroo. We'll get high, we'll get stoned, we'll eat pie, they'll get boned. Drunken orgies, limousines. I wanna party like Charlie Sheen. Let's get crazy, let's get obscene. I wanna party like Charlie Sheen. I wanna party like Charlie Sheen. Let's go.
I did the fight because she was a willing participant. This whole comparison to me being an actual woman beater is so unoriginal.
He wasn't going there. He said you got.
He knows I wasn't going there.
No, but there's this comparison of, oh, you never punch a woman. She was on air talking smack. She was on social media talking smack. She asked
She
for
wanted
it.
to
And
compete.
it wasn't like I called upon her and put her under pressure to do it.
And she's no princess either. She's a big girl, strong and trained.
Dude, she took out my right arm. I'm now just being able to work out. And that was 5 weeks ago.
Do you have a
But
bruise? Can I see it?
It's gone.
Oh, look at that.
Man, look at that gun.
Gun right there.
Nothing,
Put
man.
that away,
I'm all
bro.
fat now.
You got a permit for that?
Man, small
Holy
arms
shit.
permit.
The
Small
gun
arms.
show's in town.
No, we know. She was a willing participant. That, you know.
I just don't think it was a fair at the end. I think you actually should have won. If you counted punches and this, that, and the other.
You didn't think they were ever going to let him win, did you?
I don't
Come on.
know. But she did get a couple of haymakers in there at the end.
But I'm nothing more than a woman beater. Compare me to somebody that gets mad at his wife for smacking her with a frying
Nobody's
pan.
doing that here, man. Nobody's doing that here. Although Philbert does beat his wife.
What?
Yeah, I heard.
I do
Hey,
not.
he lives on my street. I can hear her yelling and screaming.
That's not. That's the dog.
Oh, okay.
That's just the wild sex.
Oh,
the wild
it's definitely
sex,
not
right.
that, Hoppy.
Oh, well, not when you're there anyway. Oh, hell. Hey, there's the bell, Hoppy.
I
You
got
want to work the bell? Or you can work this. Yeah, fucking
The wacky morning
I wouldn't
zoo.
use it now. You'll get a cold sore.
Hold on, he said wacky morning zoo. I got all these, man. It's morning zoo time. We got Ryan Hoppy on the show, ladies and gentlemen. We'll do traffic and weather in a minute. Hey, oh, I hit the wrong button. God, you suck. What did I do? My knuckles hit it, dude. Got these big knuckles.
It's time for prank calls on the 10, weather on the 20s, and your celebrity news on the 30s. It's time for the Z100 Morning Zoo. Monica, what's going on with traffic? Thank you for the update. What's going on in Celebrity Sleeve?
I didn't get my report yet.
Who's banging who? Time for Roanoke, Virginia's Morning Zoo.
All right.
That was fun.
That was cool. We could do that again later if you want. Or we can do it right now. It's the morning zoo.
I'm a local celebrity in Kansas City, Missouri.
It'll make your head spin.
RMF, Rhino's morning frequency. I'm the shock jock in Milwaukee.
Rhino. He sucks in to wind it up, dude. You don't suck, you just blow, dude. Or, yeah, I got that backwards. Shit. You do suck. No, I didn't mean it like that. Shit. Goddamn, handsome morning zoo, everybody. Hey!
What up, Kevin?
Knock
Holly?
your socks off.
Are you feeling Holly this morning?
I'm feeling Holly today. Oh, man, I was
How's
feeling...
Pops doing? This is better than my own podcast. It's fake morning zoo.
I got lightheaded. I laughed so hard on that one, dude.
We're number
How's
one
Pops doing?
in Bismarck, Idaho. That's our town. I'm the local shock jock in Bismarck, Idaho. Rhino in the morning.
Who's the party boy? Ryan's the party boy. Oh, well, come on.
Dude, maybe my calling isn't being me, it's being some hacky shock jock morning zoo in a small town who thinks he's a local celebrity.
So I'll see you tomorrow morning here, then.
Fargo, North Dakota.
Stop sucking it! Just blow it. That's all you gotta do. Blow harder.
Tastes like
Man.
bleach.
It tastes like mint. That's not mint.
Bleach?
Tastes like bleach.
It was in his mouth earlier.
It's not the only place.
You know why it tastes like bleach?
No holds barred. No holes barred. Holy shit. I think we should take our first break a little early. Because it's hot.
What's coming up in Celebrity Sleeves after the break?
Oh, we got Facebook save.
But first we gotta get to a prank call.
Okay, let's do a prank call, everybody. Holy shit.
1-800, call me now. I'll prank call you.
Slow down, Ryan.
That's how every morning zoo is.
My name is Morgan Freeman, and you're listening to the Kevin Holly Show.
Oh, shit. Hold on.
Sounded nothing like Kevin Holly, Morgan Freeman.
We got a live caller. Hi, welcome to the Kevin Holly Show.
You're on the blower.
Hello.
Hello.
Speak.
Hi, you're on the air.
Oh, someone's going to prank call us is what is happening right now. Private number.
Morgan Freeman.
Oh, the Kevin Holly Show just got pranked. It's the morning zoo, Ryan. Dude, you suck at that. I mean, don't suck at it. Just blow it. Yeah, please, Mel, could you?
She's good at blowing.
I'm not going to get it. Oh, there it is. She took it away, dude. She straight up...
Oh my God! My aunt just sent me a text about when I walked out on Drew's show today. I've been sick with worry. Oh my
man.
God!
We love Drew here on the Kevin Holly Show.
Oh, yeah. Hey, you're live on the show. Who dat?
Hi, this is Mason. Am I caller number 7?
You are caller number
Dookie, dookie.
6. Sorry.
What did he win? No.
He didn't win nothing.
What do you want from the Zoodana Prizes?
You guys giving away Starbucks gift certificates?
We do, $25, and you get to see Bruno Mars next weekend while drinking the coffee. All because of the Fargo Morning Zoo.
All you gotta do is come into the studio and show us your titties.
I got them. Basically, what PB Mad Dog Moo Pies there are facing bugs.
I have no idea what's going on right now. Because it's the morning zoo, everybody. Nobody knows what's going on.
It's the Wacky Morning Show. Dookie dookie.
What would our radio names be? Mine would be Rhino.
You'd be Rhino's, what was it?
Rhino's Morning Frequency.
Wasn't that something you did in like the 4th grade?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you know that?
Because I follow you, Ryan. I'm a huge fan, man.
Yeah, I liked the show Rover's Morning Glory 10 years ago, so I liked how it was RMG. So I was like, I should do RMF. Rhino's Morning Frequency.
I think that's a great idea, man. We should continue to do that. You should do that tomorrow morning right here in this studio at, I don't know, what time? Morning drive is 8 a.m. to 12, right? Something like that?
It's like 6 to 11.
Yeah.
6 to 11? I was close.
Okay, well, on your time, yeah.
Well, on the IRN, the Internet Radio Network, the IRNbroadcast.com, I am played Friday mornings, morning drive, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check out the Kevin Holly Show and listen to the smooth sounds of Filbert, Ryan Hobby, and Melissa. Thank you.
Is that your radio voice?
That's my... No, that was my... Oh, dude, I should play... Okay, you guys could do a morning zoo. I want to do like a late night jazz, you know?
Have you heard the Swed Motel on like 95.7 The Beat? Hey, this is Keith Wet. I'm going to make your panties wet. It's the greatest show ever. I love the Swed Motel. He'll have a girl call it.
Did you say Sweat Motel or Swag Motel?
Yeah, it's Sweat. It's Keith Sweat, the old
Keith
R&B
Sweat.
swinger. He does like a late night...
Swinger or singer?
Singer!
Okay, I said swinger and I got all excited.
It's like,
Sweat
hey, it's the
Motel.
Sweat Motel.
My name's Keith
Susie
Sweat.
from Chattanooga, Tennessee. You're on the air. Hey, Keith, I'm a big fan of your work.
Tell me
Thank
what you like
baby.
about me.
I'm about to play some R. Kelly, and then I'll piss on you.
I was listening to a show like that in Chicago, and it was like, it was all like this music. Here it is, right here. And it was like, come on, you piece of shit. And it...
Dance Factory?
No, it was birthdays. And they were like, and what's your birthday song? And
Birthday shout out in the house! What?
You calling the birthday wrong? You tell me what's your birthday song? And they were like, it's
What?
and it's my birthday. I'm calling from... Yeah, it was something like that. I'm not a shout jock, man. I can't do it as good as you. You're a professional at it.
I've been listening to radio for 12 years. I know what I'm listening to.
Yeah, right on. So what are you trying to say, man?
You're okay.
Jeez, man.
Better than me.
Hi, this is Lisa London, and you are listening to the Kevin Holly Show.
Let me ask you another question, sir, while I've got you on the phone. And again, I appreciate that. We're talking to Bernie Sanders, presidential candidate. What do you think of Hillary Clinton and Benghazi?
Hillary Clinton's human suit is malfunctioning. And Benghazi was a horrible tragedy.
Oh, okay, thank you. What, do you have any thoughts on sports and the sports taking away the attention span of the American people from what is actually more important?
I'm a big fan of sports.
Okay, Mr. Sanders, thank you for that. What do you think of, what are your thoughts, what are your opinions on the protesters, the Bernie Sanders protesters versus the Donald Trump protesters?
The right to free speech must be upheld.
Thank you for elaborating on that, sir. What do you think of the Silver Fox, Anderson Cooper on CNN, staging words that were taken out of context and tricking Donald Trump into saying things that he wasn't trying to say about illegal immigration and its effects on the protesters?
I thought their first album was a lot better.
Okay.
Today.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you know what the Fox says? What does the Fox say?
We will find out what it says.
Mr. Sanders, it's a pleasure to talk to you. This is Jay Bird. I'd like to know what you have to say about the city of New York reducing the size of sodas that can be purchased. Because personally, I like a 44-ounce soda, and I do not like being restricted to a 16-ounce soda.
We will allocate your soda from somewhere.
But how big will my soda be?
It will be the biggest ever.
The biggest ever.
How much will it cost me? Will it be free?
You won't pay a dime.
Will he pay more than a dime?
You won't pay a dime.
What do you think about the $15 an hour for fast food workers? Is that a good living wage, or is that pushing it over the top?
What we are going to do is we are going to take these monies away from these other people, and we're going to give them to those people.
Well, what happens to the other people?
They are the super rich, and they are going to have their monies, and they're going to get them taken.
Okay, Jaybird?
I just got to say, Mr. Sanders, I love your philosophy. I think it's outstanding. And I just want to know, how do you feel about ISIS? Muslims in general.
We love them.
So you feel they're all pretty good people? They're willing to just come over and accept U.S. culture?
We must give them housing and jobs.
What if they decide to rape, my daughter or son or something?
It's their religious freedom.
All right, Mr. Sanders, I know you have a rough path going ahead. I mean, it doesn't show that you can win.
Look, what we're going to do is we're going to take the super delegates and we're going to go to the big party.
And you're going to win in a contested convention, is what you're saying? You're going to get more of the super delegates?
Watch out!
Mr. Sanders, doesn't that go against everything that you believe in? I mean, contesting and trying to grip the super delegates, doesn't the vote of the American people outweigh the super delegates? Don't you want to win in that fashion?
The people are behind us.
How do you feel about Obama? Are you guys close?
I love him.
What about Michelle Obama? What bathroom do you think she stands up to pee in?
The men's.
Now, Mr. Sanders, come on. Come on, that's a little too much Trump-like. I really don't think that you feel Obama stands up to pee.
Michelle Obama.
Michelle Obama can go pee wherever she wants. This is 2016. If she wants to pee standing up, she will do that in our America.
Okay, all right, but which bathroom should she use? Whether she's standing up or whether...
If you follow me to the White House, Michelle Obama can piss in whatever bathroom she wants.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to the Kevin Holly Show. Whoa. Ooh, what is that? It's like reverse Beastie Boys. What is that? Anyway, welcome back to the show, everybody. It is the Kevin Holly Show, the second segment of the night. We got Pops, we got Jaybird, and we got Filbert. Whatever.
Boo, Filbert.
Boo, Filbert sucks. And I think we'll probably play the pyramid game.
Filbert is the heart and soul of this operation,
Are we going to
dude.
do real chat with Emo Filbert?
Who helped you hang up this
raw chat?
This great black soundproofing?
I did it all by myself.
I don't believe it.
We bought a new couch, and it came wrapped in all these moving blankets. That's what those are, moving blankets. I call it soundproofing. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have, told what it really is.
I eat a lot of eggs. I could save the little crates for you, and you could staple them up there.
Next time you get a live band in the studio, it should sound pretty good, because you've got every wall covered in this shit.
I've never been in one, but this reminds me of a coffin.
Oh, don't worry, you'll get there soon enough.
Probably not.
At my
so long.
age, it's not a comfortable feeling.
I just like to point out, Pops, that Kevin did provide you with like a little notebook, and he gave you a card. Actually, you have two of them over here. So you have your own little stuff going on over here.
Testes. 1, 2, testes.
I think I fixed it, Phil. Anyway.
Just took a little unplugging and replugging.
There we go.
Plugging and plugging.
Plugging and chugging, baby. That's what we do.
I see
the Kevin Holly Show.
We're able to run the air now full time.
I ran
to shut it off.
I ran an extension cable down the hall, so we're feeding off another office. So we
Is that what was killing?
Yeah, pretty much. I think that the microphones are dialed in now. As long as we put our faces right up to them, I can keep them down, and you don't really hear the air conditioning too much.
Holy shit! I think Pops just found the Knights Templar treasure on the Kevin Holly Show business card.
He's got my penis enlarger in his hand, dude. He's looking at our business card with his magnifying glass right now. What do you see, Pops?
I can't see shit.
I don't mean to laugh at you about that, but it's just funny.
So we got a lot of action in the chat room with this one-word question, Pops.
Oh, yeah.
The one word that's most required in any relationship.
We got Glick saying trust. We got sorry.
Ooh, I like that one.
We got compassion.
Respect.
We got respect.
I'm going to say taint.
We got love. We got communication.
I was going to say love, but Hoss already said love, so.
The most important required word in any relationship.
Orgasm?
Was it any of those words, Pops?
Orgasm, trust, love.
No.
Compassion, loyalty.
Hate, hope.
I told you it's less than 6 letters in the word.
You told us on
You
break.
didn't tell the chat room that, though.
Yeah.
So it's less than 6 letters.
So compassion's out, but love, hate, hope.
I'm going with no.
How many is an orgasm?
You can't even spell orgasm, let alone give a girl one.
Did you say hope?
No, I said no.
K-N-O-W?
No, N-O.
Oh.
Glick says blow me.
Ooh.
That's 2
Is it
words.
hope?
No, he spelt it as one word.
You
so.
spelt it? How do you spell spelt?
S-P-E-L-T.
It's Italian. That's how Luigi says. That's how you spelt it. That's how he did it. All right. Whatever.
Actually, I think with me it's a little more redneck.
Hey, Pops, do you know?
Well, you gotta, it's gotta be there for a 4-year-old, 2 4-year-olds, whether boy, girl, boy, boy, girl, girl.
What?
40-year-old, 80-year-olds.
Play?
Much more so. What is it? What is it?
Barney.
What is it?
Finger
What
banging.
is it? What is it when what is it when 2 people have been married for 40 years?
4-year-olds aren't married for...
And they no, they're not 40. They've been married for 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
And they have 2 4-year-olds?
And they split. They split.
And they sweat?
Yeah.
They split or they sweat?
They get a divorce after say they're 70 years old and they get a divorce.
Money?
After 40
Would
years.
money be the word?
Well, they fall out of this word. They fall out of it.
Love.
No.
Oh.
Did you guys hear about the couple that got a divorce and they met one of their neighbors? What the hell? How old are you, Charlie? And he said, "Well, I'm 96. How old is Millie? She's a year older than me. She's 97. And you just got a divorce after all these years?" "Yeah." "Well, how come it took so long?" "Oh, we had to wait for all the kids to die."
I think Glick might have got it just now. Lust.
What?
Lust.
Fell out of lust?
How could a 4-year-old and a 4-year-old have lust?
Yeah.
Because he said it's any 2 people.
Well,
I'm going to say a tree. They fell out of a tree.
Language is more than 6 letters, so it can't be language.
They fell out of a moving car.
They fell in front of a moving car. All right, I don't know, man. I don't think anybody's going to. I think
got
this
us
is
on
a
this
trick.
When how does every relationship start between 2 people?
At a bar in Newport Richie.
A lot of very successful relationships started in a church.
They started it with touching.
Huh?
Physical touching.
Rape.
Rape. That's the word, rape. No?
Could this involve a?
It's so fucking simple. You guys are going to hate me.
I know. We already hate
You're
you.
going to hate me. But I'm surprised that one of you didn't luck into it.
Tact. Luck.
No, somebody said luck.
No, they said
Glick-
lust.
Glick
They
said
said
luck.
fuck.
Glick
I
said
figured
spelt.
I figured fuck would be common, but that's not it. Because
Glick
a 4-year-old
Glick says hello.
A 4-year-old and an 85-year-old doesn't get involved with fuck.
Glick says, holla!
No, that's Ola, you fucking dumbass. It's Ola.
Everybody
not
ready
holla.
to hear the
Holla.
answer. Everybody ready to. Maybe what I'll do is I'll start this question off as the number one word in my quiz for what are the three most important elements. The three most important elements in a relationship. And I'll ask everybody.
Spit on my dick.
Everybody to number 1, number 2, and number 3. Send me $2. $2 and your answers. And I'll put $50 up.
Just tell us what the word is, man.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna now.
Oh,
come on.
dude.
I want to get this contest going.
Is the word shame?
What?
Shame?
No. I said it's less than six
Shame
letters.
is less than 6 words. Or letters, I mean. It's only 5.
Yeah, that's right. Shame.
I'm telling you straight up, I will shut your oxygen off if you don't tell us.
It's something they fell out of, and little kids can fall out of it as well. That's the word. I mean, that's what it really comes down to. Pop said it. It's less than 6 letters. It's
I would
something
go with
you fell out of.
innocence, but innocence is more than 6 letters.
They fell out of the pussy.
All right.
Pussy. Oh, everybody comes out of the pussy.
We need we need Pops one more hint. Is this something that two people have to speak to
What?
each other? We need a hint. Is this something that two people have to say verbally, or is it a word that describes?
It's something that it has to exist between two people before they ever really even get
Life.
What?
Life.
What?
Life.
What do you?
You have to be alive. Life.
No.
I swear to God, if somebody said it and we're still guessing, I'm going to freaking punch you right in the dick.
He's talking to you, Filbert.
You know what it is.
Time.
Oh, whoa. Jaybird knows what it is.
No, I don't.
Pops is looking at Jaybird like, yeah, you do. He's got that smile. Look
Of
at
course, when he says it, I'm going to be like, oh yeah, that's right. But I don't remember it right now anyway.
I feel like after he tells us, we're gonna have to just end the show because we're all gonna be like, boom.
I just hung up on Chuckster. I should have just answered that, huh? I don't want to tell him.
Chuck's got it. The answer is beer.
Beer? No.
Beer.
He ran out of beer.
Oh, beer.
Liquor?
Have you got one?
Yeah, you need one?
Yeah, let me have
Let me get one for you.
Is it? Don't give him one of mine. Give him one of the shitty ones.
all yours.
Oh yeah, true. Give him a green one.
They're all
give me
shitty,
one of
man.
the shitty.
Rolling Rock or freaking...
Yeah, there you go.
Rolling Rock is all right.
That's what I know. That's why I bought them for you, man. There you go. Number 33.
Shitty one, right?
Yeah. So
all right, come on, man. I got so much content to get to that I just have to have... Oh, wait a minute. No, I don't. But I want to know...
If you see a chick at the bar, and you're going to walk
shit or a
over,
chick?
Okay, you need guts, nerve.
But you fell out of it, and 4-year-olds fell out of it. This makes no sense.
There has to be something about that chick that you like. Maybe her appearance or
smile.
What you know that she does or doesn't do. Or no.
Give head.
The word, all you out there in the listening audience, is like. Like.
Like? Oh my
you gotta
God.
like a person.
How do you fall out of
to
like?
walk over? Oh,
You don't have to like someone to have a conversation with them.
You don't
I'm
have to-
having one with you, and I don't like you.
I didn't say to have. I didn't say to have a conversation. I said to have a relationship with.
I can have a relationship with someone I don't like my boss.
I have a relationship with my right hand, and that shit hurts me all the time. I'm fucking so pissed off.
But
at it.
I like your right hand.
When this is the area that you can nail me on when you say you get in a situation where you have a relationship with somebody that you don't like. You know? But I said, what is the one thing that sets up a long-term relationship with a.
So
with people.
whether you like someone or not, like
What?
whether you do or don't like someone,
Well,
like
the
being
minute you dislike somebody enough, even if it's your fucking boss and you're making good money, if you dislike them enough, you get your ass out of there and get a different job.
But I can still have a conversation with them.
What?
I can still have a conversation with them, though.
What?
Even after I leave the job.
Sure, but you don't have a relationship with them.
No, I do. That constitutes a relationship. It's not a good relationship, but it exists.
But I didn't say what constitutes a good relationship?
No. I don't know.
No, you said what's the
I don't
most
remember
important?
anymore. That was like before the break. No one remembers.
Well, I said
I don't even remember the answer. What was it again?
A relationship that lasts through the years up into the 40s or 50 or 80 years old.
I'm going with the word should be glick.
Like, I mean,
It's
I've
less
got...
than 6 letters. It's less than 6 letters. And if
You gotta-
on a click.
You got to
fell on a
click something.
Yeah, you got to click
Well,
it. Otherwise,
you know, I had 2 friends that I've liked for over 70 years, and we've been friends for over 70 years.
That's because
one of them died the Tuesday before Thanksgiving last year. His birthday was the same day as mine. He was 2 years older than me. The other guy is still alive down in Naples.
And unfortunately, he thinks that your son is gay.
Well, he thanks to you, he had his doubts for a little bit. I straightened his ass out.
Yeah. Well, Jay still has his own doubts personally about his own sexuality.
Here we go again.
Sorry.
So wait,
Fucking
did I
guy.
hear this right, Jay? You hung up on Chuck?
What?
Oh, I didn't hang up on him. I just didn't answer his call.
I delivered Uber Eats food to the house across the street from him along the curve last night. Yeah. And I thought about, I even turned my headlights off so they wouldn't shine directly into Chuck's house. Cause I know
You didn't
how he's-
stop?
No, man. It was like kind of late and his lights were all off, you know.
What does Glick say about like?
GLGGGGL.
He likes like.
Does he agree with me?
So listen,
Phil over here is doubting my integrity.
I'm not doubting your integrity.
No,
I'm challenging you. That's all.
I'm just wondering
That's a
why.
healthy. See, that's the kind of relationship we have.
That's good. That's good.
It's
I
a
like
good
it.
relationship.
I like it. I just want. I'm the kind of guy that I wants to prove to you that I'm right and get you to agree.
I'm that type of guy
and
too.
Apologize.
That's why I'm going the other way with the
and
conversation.
apologize to me for doubting my integrity.
I would never doubt your integrity. Integrity is probably the word that you should have said because that's actually what really constitutes
How
a good
does a 4-year-old
relationship.
fall out of integrity?
If you don't have integrity, then you got no business talking.
That's like something a priest would say to a 4-year-old, hey, don't fall out of integrity. You need to
See
come with
what
it.
I did there, Pops? I turned it all around to Phil.
Integrity is important.
Yeah.
Because that gets into the vein of trust and
And Glick has no integrity.
Oh yeah, Glick is all right in my book. I have to hurry up and write it so he gets advantage of it.
There you go. Yeah.
So where's all this content that Kevin and Jay have been promising us all night?
Well, I did want to mention something, and this wasn't prepared, but Chuck just bought a brand new TV. Homeless Chuck finally got a 65-inch 4K smart TV.
And he's watching 80s porn on it.
And no, he bought
But
it from.
he has no high definition channels for it though.
He doesn't have internet. No, I'm just kidding. He got it home, and the thing was freaking broken. Like the box was like busted, and he got it home. So I went to Walmart with him. I swear to God, I thought he was going to go to jail, man. He's in there, and they didn't have another one, so it wasn't like just a replace. So he had to get a different model and all this stuff. And you know, Chuck, he's like doing a hair flip thing back, and he's just like
slamming his hands on the counter.
Yeah, he was really upset, man. It was. I wish I should have periscoped it because it would have. And then finally, so we ended up getting a 10% discount though off of the new TV. So some little girl from Walmart comes up, and she's kind of tatted up and stuff, and she's like snapping her gum. She's like chewing her gum like that while Chuck's sitting there, and she's like, I can do 10% off, I guess. And Chuck's like, all right, well, we'll do it up. And then she's like, the other lady's like, do you want to do the service warranty on it? And he's like, no, hell no. And the little girl with the snapping gum, she's like, what if you get home and it's broken? He's like, I'm going to fucking run my van through the front of your doors. That's what I'm going to do. The girl's like, oh, okay. And
That's how we used to do it in the old days.
Yeah.
Like, I'll let my dogs loose in here.
Yeah.
Zoe, bring!
I'll let my dogs loose in the grocery department.
I'll just come here every night at 8 o'clock and I'll watch TV on your
Yeah. Slide a futon over. And
I can totally see him doing that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Flipping his hair? Putting his hands on the yeah, anyway.
Way to beat a dead horse, Kevin.
Thank you.
You got a sound effect for that?
I think I do.
A dead horse sound effect.
Cool story, bro.
Shut up! I have this one for Philbert.
You have AIDS. Yes, you have AIDS. I hate to tell you, boy, that you have AIDS. You got the AIDS.
Anyway.
If I got it, you got it too. I just drink out of your bottle.
That's from
Okay,
Psych.
you guys, we
I pissed in that bowl.
do we not want to get back on our heated discussion that we had going before the break?
Pops.
No, we
I
need
think
to
you're
move on.
banned.
No.
You're banned from.
Are you talking about gun control?
No.
Well,
please
talk
no.
about gun control and talk about
I have a theory on gun
something-
control.
something
Oh,
Could you
come
guys-
on, guys.
could you guys humor me on it?
Come on, guys.
Yeah, let's hear your theory.
Come on,
Here's
some
my
guys.
theory. If let's say they made a law that banned all guns, how many guns would there still be in the world?
Well, I'd buy. If they made a law that did it, I'd sure try and get one real quick.
Right. So there's millions of guns out there, right? It would be the Cuban effect, as I like to call it. In Cuba, how many American cars do they have that are 50, 60 years old? They take care of them. They
Oh,
keep
yeah.
them running. That's
Yeah.
what's going to happen with all the guns. And everybody that wants one is still going to be able to get it as easy as you can get it today on the black market. Right?
Well, the only gun-free zone.
So now you're going to have
so-
nothing but criminals with guns and,
I was just
and
gonna say,
citizens that can't
yeah.
defend themselves. That's why it's never going to work. You have to change the mentality to the point where kids today don't ever want to touch a gun. They don't ever want to see a gun until they're old enough to realize they have a Second Amendment right and they can go responsibly get one for the right reasons. And that's impossible.
I'd like to interject.
A lot of them learn that when they go in the army. The ones that don't learn it,
Not enough. We have like no forces anymore.
I think you're right, and I think these kids that
Double
are
cheeseburger?
these last few
I mean, a double
Afghanistan and
cheeseburger.
Iraq, they've coming out of that thing, they've got a real weird attitude.
Yeah.
Did you see the Valley of Allah with Tommy Lee Jones?
I did not see that.
Oh man, that's
I will tell you this though, Pops. It seems like now more than ever the younger generation thinks that violence is an okay action to solve problems.
They've been nurtured on it with
The media
the
and everything
games,
else.
the-
Mumble rap's fault, man.
That too.
the TV games and everything else.
Leave my mic
Whoa.
alone.
Fixing it. There. It's
One of the
nice.
biggest things about gun control is it's just like drugs. If you're just going to create a new black market, it's like the war on drugs has never been won, never been able to even be in control, because you can go to any quick stop here in Newport Richey and stand outside and you're going to be able to find some kind of drugs. It's going to actually make guns more accessible
Yep.
to criminals, because it's going to create a new black market where people are going to now start making, maybe they'll be more expensive, whatever else, but I think they are going to be more available to people that are going to do bad stuff with them.
We grew up in the 70s and 80s when it was popular to hate Reagan, when punk music and all that was all about F Reagan, F his wife, oh, just say no, whatever. And then Tipper Gore wanted explicit lyric warnings, and everybody's like, oh, F that, F that. And for us, it was just violence in cartoons is bad.
Yeah.
Now it's violence is everywhere. And I hate to say it, I was one of those kids that fought against it and everything, and now that I'm an adult with kids, they were all right. Nancy Reagan was correct. Tipper Gore was correct. All that crap has ruined all the generations after it.
Well, honestly, and I mean, to put it bluntly, and I'm one of the biggest victims of it, but social media is also ruining our society. I mean, people
Technology's
have
killing us.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, people have.
Turn off your computers. Go inside. There is a curfew at 10 o'clock from now on.
Obey.
Obey.
Reproduce.
Reproduce.
Do not question.
Do not question. Go in your home. Stay in your
That was
home.
that was one of the greatest movies ever. They Live from the 80s. Do you remember that movie?
No.
Rowdy Roddy Piper. Oh,
I remember Roddy Piper.
Do you know that Ronda Rousey is going to be doing some
WWE,
wrestling, and
yeah.
she's taking over his moniker? But people are like, she's ripping him off. But in fact, in reality, before he died, he gave her the kilt and all this
Did
stuff.
he really?
Yeah, dude. He encouraged her.
Did he do you think he knew he was going to die?
I don't know, man.
He was awesome.
I mean, he saw zombies with special sunglasses,
That's
so he
what I'm
probably
saying.
knew. Yeah.
I heard that Mayweather and McGregor, I don't know
Yeah.
if this is true. Is that going to happen? They're going to
They've been
cage
talking.
fight?
Yeah, they've been talking about it. That'll be awesome. But I think it'll go the same way the boxing match went.
Yeah.
You know,
No
it'll end in a
freaking way.
draw.
No,
way.
either that or
McGregor,
come on, McGregor
McGregor's
would
going to
destroy
kill him.
Yeah. So there's going to be all these rules. You can't use a chokehold. You can't do this. You can't do that. There's no way he can fight him.
They got to fight, and I mean,
He's still in great
McGregor
shape.
can come back and he can say, "Look, you made me follow boxing rules. Now you got to follow my rules."
exactly. God, I hope
train
it
up.
happens. I
And
would
it'll be
love
like,
to see it.
He put me in a chokehold, and he knows he's not supposed to. He can't even read the rules.
I don't think it's going to happen, man. I saw something where I thought they signed a deal. And
Yeah, I
maybe
heard something
Glick-
about that a couple weeks ago.
Maybe
actually.
Glick can tell us our search engine. Maybe
Glick-
he'll give us a date and a
Glick can consult
address.
Siri and let us know
I'd love
about
a
that.
date with Glick, man. Hey, man,
A no holds barred date.
I would get in the cage with Ronda Rousey for sure.
Oh hell yeah!
You know?
I'd let her choke me out.
Yeah, I mean, I
yeah.
know she looks rough when she puts her hair in the braids, puts the pads on, and all that stuff. But
It'd be cool if you
she's
could do a
gorgeous,
wrestling
man.
style where like you pretend like you're tapping and then you raise the arm up like Hogan. I'm not, no, hold on a little more.
And then you just
Squeeze your legs
spooge
around
all
my
over
neck.
it,
Yeah,
and-
squeeze your legs around my neck a little longer. Well, no, wait, I'm dying. No, I'm back.
Yeah, they're not wiping blood up off the mat. They're wiping your jizz.
Yeah, I was going to say, I would totally let her choke me out if I could masturbate while she's doing it, you know. I would totally, you know.
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
Who is it? David Carradine
Yeah.
or something? Didn't he
He's
choke
he's
himself
in heaven
out while
right
he
now
was,
going,
yeah.
why didn't I think of that?
Yeah.
Michael Hutchins from InXS. That's actually a rumor that's been proven false. He's committed suicide. He wasn't doing the autoerotic.
Like the Andy Gibb rumor?
The Andy Grimm rumor?
Andy Gibb.
Andy-
The Andy Grimm rumor is not to be spoken of.
No, I know.
Do you remember Andy Gibb? Supposedly
Of
they
course.
found like 10 quarts of cum in his stomach.
They said that about Rod
Stewart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And gerbils in.
Gerbils in his anus.
No, that was a different guy.
Human habit trail.
The guy that was in Pretty Woman. Richard Gere.
Richard Gere, yeah, he had that same stigma, yeah.
And the name that rhymes with queer, it's terrible to get rid. It's hard to get rid of that stigma, you know.
He should start a clothing line called Richard Gere, Gear. See,
Richard
I'm full
Gere.
of ideas.
Oh, I love it, bro. Richard Gere, like Dick Gere. It's all like stuff you
Exactly.
wear on your crotch.
Assless chaps and stuff.
Yeah, a codpiece. You know, a nice hard codpiece.
Attachable gerbil tunnels.
What?
Well, that's what he was known for, the gerbil incident.
Have you heard that gerbil song that Stephen Lynch did?
No.
Oh my god, dude. This is actually worthy of playing on the show, dude.
Pops is like, what the hell are these guys talking about right now?
I swear to God, I'll do a gerbil live on Periscope if I ever hang out with Glick. Like,
Wait, you mean you would do a gerbil?
yeah, I'll shove one right
How?
up there.
How?
Just put a, I don't know.
Would it be a gerbil or a fancy
I'll have
hamster?
to Google it or something.
Fancy hamster. Fancy hamster's awesome, dude.
Which one's smaller?
A guinea pig.
The gerbil.
All right, gerbil then.
All right, tell me what you think of this.
I bought a gerbil at the petting zoo. If Richard Gere can do it, I can.
That's how they spelled gear.
Yeah,
They spelled it my way.
Well, Pops, what do you got to say about that?
Gerbil is smaller than a guinea pig.
I know. I was being.
Kevin has 2 guinea pigs at home.
I got one with me.
Where exactly is it?
I'll bend over. I'll show
Sitting
you.
right next to him.
It's in my Kia. He's driving. All right, check it out. What do you think of this?
Get undressed, I start to lube. I stick the gerbil in the end of the tube.
That's how you do it.
Wondering just how he'll feel. Will he like it better than his little wheel? Careful now, he's right beside me. One more inch and he's inside me. Go, gerbil, go.
Sounds like Ryan Harkness.
I think it's hilarious, man. It's a 3-minute song. I'm not going to torture you with the whole song, but I'll get you to the end here. Here, let's play a little bit towards the end here. Bam, here you go. Play it, Filbert, play it.
You're horrible with a mouse, but you're good with a gerbil.
Anyway, yeah, that reminded me of that song for some reason. You know, Richard Gere, gerbils.
What do you mean? I swear to God, you would
Lick
think
says
this
he's on his way to Newport Richie now. Get your gerbil ready, Jay.
Get your gerbil ready, Jay is awesome.
That's a great name for
Like,
a
how
band.
do you get him ready?
That's a band name right there.
You pick him up like a chihuahua and slap him in the face a couple times. Get ready, turtle. Let's do this. What? You lube him
You got to
up?
plant something up there for him to go for, you know?
Well,
Like a little pellet of food or something.
A couple pellets.
Yeah. Or maybe you could swallow something.
Yeah, maybe.
Or put a suppository up there like some vodka or something, like butt chugging.
Honestly, it wouldn't get past my hemorrhoids, dude. I got like 3 of them right
It
now.
would
It's
nibble
like
that
a
shit right off,
triceroid.
dude. It would nibble it right off with those big two gerbil
Oh, yeah,
teeth.
it's like,
might be a good thing.
It's like putting your feet in a fish tank where the fish eat your calluses and all
Yeah.
that. Same thing. You should put your ass in my fish tank, Jay. I got a goldfish.
You got piranhas?
And by fish tank, he means sit on his face.
Like, here's my fish tank.
It just reminds me of
Kevin's
Chuck.
like,
It reminds me of Chuck. We were at work one day waiting tables like 7 years ago, and he told me, he's like, this girl just came up to me and asked me where the bathroom was, and I said, right here. He pointed at his face. Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. No, seriously, though, I have a plecoclitoris. It's one of those suckerfish.
What?
A plecoclitoris.
You have a clitoris?
A plecoclitoris.
Like it plays Plinko?
It's one of those black white spotted suckerfishes that sucks on the tank. It's a plecoclitoris.
You heard it here, guys. Kevin's got a Plinko clitoris.
Pleco.
In his pants.
Clitoris.
Sorry, what?
Mark the tape.
What was that, Pops?
I can understand. I can understand part of what you guys are saying.
It's a fish.
He just heard clitoris, so he's like,
he perked up.
Gotcha, clitoris. The rest of that shit you're talking is nonsense.
Oh, my goodness. All right. Wow, where's all the time went?
And where's all the content?
Well, if you let me get to it, here, let's do it right now. Ladies and gentlemen.
You write down your words, guys?
For strange news.
You guys strange news. My bad. Wrong segment.
You're a terrible technical producer.
I told you I can only hear out of one ear.
What? You almost said it again, dude. You dumbass. All right. I got some news stories. I want you guys' takes on this, all right? All right, here we go. Here we go, right here. First news story on the docket tonight on the Kevin Holly Show. Lobster emoji gets 2 more legs following design complaints.
After an outcry. Really?
Yep, the organization that controls the release of emojis has added 2 more legs to the forthcoming lobster emoji to make it correct.
What organization is that? Emojipedia?
Phil Bird, welcome back to the show!
Hey.
Emojipedia! Wow, dude, you're smart, dude.
Look at the third paragraph.
The Portland Press-Herald reports soon after the Unicode Consortium released proposed images of 157 new emojis to be made available this year. Maine residents took umbrage. Umbrage. Andy likes umbrage. At the lobster emoji's 8 legs instead of the correct 10 legs. Emojipedia Chief Emoji Officer Jeremy Burge. I'm going to say that again. Emojipedia.
Burgay, dude.
Burgay. Pat Burgay?
I don't know.
If Pat was like a surfer, he'd be Pat Burgay. Or if he was gay.
What happened to
How have
him?
we never called him Pat Burgay? How have we not done that?
What happened?
What the fuck is wrong with us?
Hold on, we can get this lobster thing here in a minute.
Okay.
Because I got to explain to Pops what an emoji is and all this different stuff.
It's going to take a while.
Write it down for me.
So, but whatever happened to Burgay? Have you seen
I
him?
talked to Burgay 2 days ago. I was texting back and forth with him.
Yeah?
For
He's
2
doing
days in
all
a
right?
row. Yeah, he got rid of his car and he bought a bike.
Nice.
Like a motorcycle or a pedal bike?
An electric pedal bike.
What?
Nice.
Yeah.
What is up with that?
Well, he lives in
How
St.
does he
Pete.
Uber people on that?
He doesn't Uber anymore. I think he works at like one of the prominent software development companies around here, something like that. And he uses his electric bike to get around downtown where he lives. And then he puts it on the bus, and will take the bus to Pasco or Tarpon and ride up, 54 to see his kids.
Nice.
And he loves having the bike, man. There's
What
no
does he do on
insurance.
rainy days?
He wears a helmet. An umbrella. Umbrella.
He's got an
Who's
umbrella,
this? Pat Shit Crazy. Pat Burgay. Yeah, the 40-year-old private.
That's
Check
cool.
out.
I haven't seen. Yeah, I've been wondering about him.
Yeah,
So.
the author of the book, Victim of the Swamp. Check it out. Get it on Amazon.com. I've got a copy here that I'll put in a swag pack for the next person to comment in the chat room. Go.
Go.
Woo! I do. I really have an autograph.
Everybody just logged out.
They're
All right,
still
Pops.
talking about gerbils.
I win.
Hey, listen, Pops. What Kevin's talking about here, it's an emoji. That's something you put on your phone when you're on social media, and it's a little picture, okay? And they call them emojis. And there's a big issue about this lobster not having enough legs. How many legs does a lobster have?
10.
10. Oh, wait, we should glick it first.
All right, Glick, how many legs does a lobster have?
We all know it's 10. Who's calling? Who's calling? Who's calling you?
It's Chuck sending me a message.
Oh, he's like, you dick. I'm listening. I didn't flip my hair at Walmart.
Another swag pack that'll never show up.
All right, so Emojipedia Chief Emoji Officer Jeremy Birdgay wrote Monday that the consortium had heard people's complaints and is releasing updated designs for the lobster emoji, alongside updates for a skateboard and DNA emoji.
Well, the skateboard didn't only had 3 wheels, I heard.
Yeah, and the DNA
People
emoji
were
was
confused. They were like, what the hell's this?
The DNA emoji was missing 1 chromosome, and it was
Yeah.
all like, I won't do it.
So I'm actually okay with people complaining because, I mean, maybe it looked like a spider or something. It only had 6 legs or 8 legs or whatever. It was
8
not
legs,
accurate, right?
Yeah. Spiders have
I'm
8
glad
legs.
that people can get together for a really good cause like this.
Yeah.
And, you know,
Well, without an Emojipedia Chief Emoji Officer, where would we be in the emoji market, you know?
yeah.
It would be terrible. I mean...
I'm glad there's a consortium for this.
Yeah, I was part of the Coast Guard consortium when I worked on the Dolphin boat. And
That explains a lot.
It took a lot of applying and passing and drug tests and fingerprinting and background checks and things like that.
And doing gay Navy guys.
Yeah. And, you know, I mean, we did stuff, you know. But, you know, I never really thought of, you know, joining a consortium for emojis. The Unicode Consortium. There's one code, Phil. The Unicode. And you better goddamn follow that Unicode, Phil.
How about this?
Use emojis.
How about instead of them releasing 157 new emojis, we just let the world create whatever the hell they want, and you can choose from everything. Open source emojis. You know? I can't tell you.
Open-sourced, yeah.
Like, I would like to have a Kevin Holly Show emoji. But now I got to go through some Unicode consortium.
Just
in order to
make
get
sure I
that
have
done.
10 legs. You're
I
good.
got to take Chief Emoji Officer Jeremy Burgay out to lunch to convince him that a Kevin Holly Show emoji is
No,
a
you
good
just
idea.
send him a lunch emoji, dude. Like a taco.
They already have Kevin Holly emojis.
The sad faces?
No, it looks it's like a little brown, a little brown swirly looking.
Poop emoji, really? All right, dude.
Oh, is that a poop emoji? I thought that was
no,
like
that's a Kevin Holly Show emoji.
yeah, that's what I was like. Hey, listen to the Kevin Holly show.
You guys are dicks. All right, next up, yuck! A bank staff sick of hawks scarfing pigeons at their door. Jaybird, Pops, in DeWitt, New York, a bunch of Italians say that the feeding habits of a Cooper's hawk may fascinate birdwatchers, but employees of a New York bank are fed up. Is it a federal bank? They're fed up with the feathery remnants of slaughtered
Fed up.
pigeons.
Feeding habits. Get it?
Slaughtered pigeons. Stop talking over me, Filbert. Use emojis.
Can't help
Jesus
it.
Christ, man. A hawk has been killing and devouring pigeons near the entrance to M&T Bank in suburban Syracuse for several weeks.
Look at that bird. It's just eating those other innocent little pigeons. It's disgusting. I can't stand it
Okay.
anymore. I can't believe we have to work here with this.
Can I
I'm
give
fed
you?
up with this.
Can I give you my true story? Can I give you my true story?
My
that
feathers are in a ruffle.
My true story that I know about pigeons that happens to do with Rudy
Please
Giuliani.
don't tell me you put them up your butt, man.
Rudy Giuliana?
No, Rudy Giuliani. Whatever her name is. No, listen, this is a very true story, and it's very interesting, man. It's scientifically proven. There was a major problem in New York City with pigeons. They were, like, coming over, and they were crapping on all the statues and on the sidewalks, and Giuliani was having to pay to have it pressure washed all the time, and all of a sudden they come in and, like, crapped all
Tell
over
us
a
how
bunch
you
of...
really feel about Muslim immigrants.
A bunch
in
of
New York.
a bunch of dignitaries and stuff like that. They crapped all over their cars and on them as they were walking into some of the official buildings. And Rudy Giuliani tried everything, hired exterminators, everything. Nothing would work. Could not get rid of this pigeon issue he had in New York City.
Alka-Seltzer works, right?
No, so all of a sudden this guy walks into his office one day and he's like, "Hey, look, I can solve your."
Why don't you be quiet and let Kevin tell a fucking joke?
So I can solve your pigeon issue in 3 days. And Giuliani's like, "Man, are you kidding? I've tried everything." He's like, "Yeah, it's going to cost $100,000. I need $50,000 down. I want $50,000 when it's done." So he's like, "Yeah, if you guarantee it'll work, no problem." So this guy comes out next day, gets his 50 grand, has his box, and he releases this pink pigeon. Right, the pigeon flies up, and all kinds of pigeons just follow him, and the pink pigeon dives into the Hudson River. And all the pigeons, follow him, and they die, and the pink pigeon comes out. Second day, he does the same thing. Comes out, releases. Another two-thirds of the pigeons follow him. All dive into the Hudson River and die. Third day, does the same thing. Pigeon comes out. All the rest of the pigeons follow him. He dives into the Hudson River. The rest of them die, and all the pigeons are gone. Rudy Giuliani comes out. He's like, "Man, that's amazing. Do you have a pink Mexican?"
Whoa.
I knew it was going somewhere like that.
Whoa.
What's funny about this story, Kevin, is that they tried to put a fake owl out there to shoo the hawk away. Little do they know that Cooper's hawk is probably an endangered species, and now they're like preventing it from
feeding.
Yeah. But nobody thinks about anything anymore.
It's like vegetarians, man. You're stealing all the food from the cows, How am I supposed to eat meat if you're stealing their food?
Hey,
what?
Plants' lives matter too, man.
That's what I'm saying, man. Botany lives matter. BLM, baby.
Absolutely. They're living creatures. I mean, lettuce is breathing every day, and it also provides oxygen.
According to the story,
they also are intelligent and they communicate with each other. But when you rip them from their roots to eat them, you're not thinking about that, right?
No, exactly.
And in many religions, you can be reincarnated, right? And in Hinduism, you can be reincarnated as any living thing, including plants. They are very against eating meat. So when you pull a plant out and you eat it, are you actually a cannibal eating a previous person?
Very
See,
good.
that's why I don't trust Indians.
Broccoli has a central nervous system. Broccoli feels pain.
I think we should start an organization, dude.
Well, it'll be a /militia organization. I like this. I like where it's going. We need a flag. You know?
We're going to fire Glick, man. He's like,
Why?
Lobsters have legs. We tried to Glick how many legs, and that was his his
hasn't
answer.
He hasn't looked up anything tonight.
Really?
He must be offline,
I no.
How
he
can he be in the chat room
responded.
if he's offline?
He
Maybe
responded with a question to our question
He's
to Glick it.
talking through.
We need a new search engine, man.
through
Evidently.
Hosters.
Yeah. We need Glick 2.0.
Yeah, now we're talking. We should replace Glick with Alexa. She's in the chat room all the time.
Southern Alexa.
Yeah, well, how would she sound?
Yeah.
That would be Alex. That would be Alex.
Okay,
A.
sure. Just a minute while I look that up for you.
All right, sugar.
She would sound like Flo. Not Flo from the Geico commercials. Flo from, what was that show called?
Would you bang
Alice?
Yeah.
Would you bang Flo from the Geico commercials?
Fuck yes.
Hell yeah, who wouldn't?
Dude.
You know who I'd rather bang more though? Is that
Jamie
chick?
from the Geico commercials.
No, that
John.
chick, Lily, I think it is, from the AT&T commercial.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
brunette
she's
with the-
hot.
She's short and petite with big boobies.
Yes.
Yeah, that's cool.
And she's a slut. I know she'd go ATM all day.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
Guarantee it.
Yeah.
I think Flo would too, but
What the hell is ATM?
Seriously?
I'm old. Let me know.
ass to mouth,
Oh, really?
I think she would,
Would that
yeah.
include multiple people, though?
Yeah, probably. I
we
don't
could all
know.
get
I
in on this?
mean, I don't.
Like, because that would take time
I don't
for
wanna
her to have
share
to turn
her.
around and get in position. Usually, you just want one there on standby, like a fluffer for
Like,
that part.
Yeah, well, Kevin knows all about
Flo
fluffing.
could be the fluffer for that part.
That would be cool.
Next story.
Next story. You got skunks in your home, Jay? You ever had a skunk in your house?
No.
Well, if you do, don't use a smoke bomb. In Ferndale, Michigan, authorities say a man destroyed a suburban Detroit home while trying... Like there's any still standing homes in suburban Detroit. The last remaining suburban Detroit home was destroyed while this man was trying to use a smoke bomb to get rid of a crawl space of skunks. The Detroit Free Press reports the man's attempt sparked a fire Monday that quickly spread from the crawl space to the first floor. The fire eventually spread through the walls and attic of the rental property. I would assume he killed all the skunks then. Right?
Yeah, I mean, at that point,
So it's
you
effective.
kind of walk away and then come back and go, what the fuck happened to my house?
Those damn skunks
You don't
chewed through
admit
the
it.
wires, yeah.
You certainly don't say, I was trying to get rid of skunks and, you don't admit that shit.
Ferndale Fire Chief Kevin P. Sullivan, handsome young man,
Guilty.
says the house was complete loss. He says no skunk carcasses were found. Did they burn up, or were there no skunks to begin with?
Maybe that's what happened to all of Detroit.
Skunks. Sullivan says the department advises that people hire pest control professionals like Chris Glick for such work. But he says if someone is an absolute diehard do-it-yourselfer, please read and understand the directions and warning labels.
I think the important thing about this story is the last sentence.
A responding firefighter suffered a sprain, but no other injuries were reported from the incident.
No animals were harmed.
No
in that
animals
story.
were harmed.
That's crazy because I think that's what happened in the Detroit Lions locker room for the last 50 years.
They got skunked. Didn't the Browns get skunked all last year? I'm pretty sure.
They have a perfect record. Don't fuck with the Browns.
All right, let's do one more. Massachusetts transit bosses. Wait a minute. Massachusetts fucking transit bosses under fire for a $100,000 bathroom. Yeah, Boston,
What?
Mass. Transportation officials are under fucking fire, Filbert, for
No fucking way.
for authorizing a no-bid contract for a tiny $100,000 bathroom inside a fucking
Hey,
state
we
office
paid
building.
$25 million for a toilet on the space shuttle. What's the problem here?
I got a $5 bathroom at Dump Tower. It costs $5. You could use it all night. It's crazy.
But Tom Brady was going to poop in it.
Yeah, but he couldn't. I wanted to make a catch the ball joke.
Dude,
but-
they installed a kitchenette in there. That's pretty funny, actually.
WCVB TV, which is our newest affiliate on the Kevin Holly Show, reports that the 115 square foot bathroom and adjoining kitchenette was installed last year at the State Transportation Building inside the new State Transportation Department and MBTA boardroom. The project was fast-tracked and not put out to bid, which is usually done for state projects. Sounds like
This
a
goes
scam.
back to what Pops was saying about congressmen and term limits and everything. Like, what the hell does the transportation department need a freaking 115 square foot bathroom with an adjoining kitchenette
And
for?
fast-tracked
They're
without
cooking?
any bids.
That can't be healthy to be cooking inside of a bathroom.
Hey, if there's a bidet in there, though, it's worth $100,000, dude. I so want to use a bidet.
Oh, you'd be like, hey, Luigi, I'm a cooking over here, but when you're done taking a shit, I rinse you with the kitchen sink sprayer.
Hey, I gotta go take a shit, Mario. Stir the salsa for me while I go do my business.
Has anybody here used a bidet?
Yes.
No.
You have
Not
used one?
technically, no.
Pops, have you ever used a bidet?
Does a hose count?
You've
No.
never used a bidet?
Really?
I put the shower head on.
84-year-old man and you've never used a bidet.
Would you like to?
I've done a lot of things you've never done, but I've never used a bidet.
Name one.
Like have
Name
sex
one.
with a woman?
I mean,
Name one, Pops.
I used a corn cob many times.
Okay, you're right. I've never done that.
For what? What the hell did you
What do you
use
mean
it out,
you
man?
used a corn cob?
Clean
to
it out
wipe,
with a corn cob.
What?
I used to,
Wipe with a corn cob?
I used to use two white ones.
Well, of course you did. Toilet paper wasn't invented back then.
Is this in the Korean War?
So you did wipe with a corn cob?
Fucking A.
But then how do you know if the corn in your crap came from the wiping or from something you ate?
Was it,
You put the empty corn cob up your butt and it comes out full of corn.
did it have corn on it? Or Dad, don't get all upset. Why are you looking so mean
How do
right
you
now?
really use
He's
a corn
trying
cob?
to think of something else.
That's
he
a
did
great
that I haven't done yet.
idea. That's a great idea. I mean, I imagine people probably used to wipe themselves all the time with them.
It's better than using leaves.
Yeah, especially poison ivy.
Well, when they're using somebody's outhouse and that's all they got. And I said, what happened to the Sears catalog? And he says, well, I called up to order one, and the guy says, what's the catalog number? And I said, fuck, if I had a catalog, I wouldn't have to order a toilet.
And that's when Billy the Kid said, just use my corn cob.
Wouldn't you use the husk before you use the actual cob? You know?
Well, that's what you use. That's all you got.
No, you use the cop, dude. It's like a seal, and it drags it all out with it. It's perfectly clean after all.
I don't think that's what he meant.
No, you just wipe.
No way, man. You got to stick that shit right in there.
Right up in
twist
there.
it on the way out.
Twist
it on the way out.
You use two brown ones, then you use a white one to see if you should need another brown one.
Apparently, Pops, I've done something you haven't done yet.
What?
Apparently, I've done something you haven't done yet.
You got that right.
Oh my God! I mean, you should clarify, Pops. I mean, the way you described it at first, I think we're all on board now. It sounded like something Phil would do.
What do you do with the corn cob when you're done? Do you just throw it in a hole, or do you have to like?
Well, the hole is where you shit in.
Right. That's what I'm saying. But
not a piece of wood.
Like in Mexico, they don't put toilet paper in toilets. So
you banana hat your crap with it.
Banana hat it?
Yep. Drop it right on top like a pretty little banana hat.
Like a little chocolate fudge banana split.
Yep. Did I ever tell you about how we used to banana hat gators at HSN when we were walking around on our break in the lake?
No.
My friend used to eat a banana for lunch every day, and he would save the peel, and then we'd go out and look for gators, and he would try to slap one down on top from the bridge so that it landed right on the head. And the joke was that all the other animals would make fun of the gator because he got banana head.
Wow. That's
the only way to upstage that is to ice cream cone one, and that's really hard to do.
Oh my God! All right, let's take our last break. Come back strong. You guys want to write down 5 words for the pyramid game?
Got them.
Really?
First thing I did when I came in.
I know Pops doesn't like writing them down. He comes up with them off the top of his head. Pops, you ready to play the pyramid game in a couple of minutes?
Yeah.
I have a feeling Pops is mad at me for this whole corn cob thing. I think you should be mad at Filbert, not me.
Corn cob? No, I'm not mad at you.
Okay, cool.
I'm not mad at you about anything. It's your show. What the fuck? You can fuck it up all you want.
Wow. Man, I'm typing on the wrong keyboard again. It's just stupid. Sometimes you'll see me just put random shit in the chat room, and it's actually stuff I'm trying to type in the Google box or whatever else,
I wish you would just get that off the TV where it says "Don't stick him up your butt." Freaking, I've been staring
I've been
at that
looking
for
at
like
that
a half hour.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm like,
I did it again,
and he's got it on this other monitor. It's staring me in the face.
I really did have typed it in the chat room again. As I said, I wouldn't do it. I'm so stupid.
I was wondering who him was.
Oh, geez Louise. All right, so why don't we do this? Why don't we take our last break, come back strong with the third segment, play a little pyramid game, and get down and dirty with Pops while we still got him here in the studio. Because usually they're like, oh, it's 2 hours, we're leaving. But I have a feeling they're not leaving. Pops still has half a beer. Jay's eating a bag of chips. I gotta get rid of this guinea pig before we can do anything, though. So do that real quick. All right, we'll be right back with more of the Kevin Holly Show after this.
It's worse than throwing cats in the river.
It's the Kevin Holly Show on the IRN Internet Radio Network.
It's never enough. You give and you get. It's always a bust. And it's too hard to leave you tonight. You're crossing the line. You're telling me how I should live my life. And I'm just gonna leave here. She put a stake in my heart, digging in too deep. I think she's trying too hard. She said she's here for me. And I'm just gonna leave. She put a stake in my heart, digging in too deep. I think she's trying too hard. She said she's here for me. And I'm just gonna is not on your side, but you'll never change or give it a try. 'cause you're too cool to hear me. The way it's going, no, I can't keep going, no, I can't wait my whole life. I just need some change and some time. She was taking my heart, digging in too deep. I think she's trying too hard. She said she's here for peace, and I'm just gonna leave. She was taking my heart, digging in too deep. I think she's trying too hard. She said she's here for peace, and I'm just gonna leave. It's never enough. You are who you are, so do what you must. And I'm just gonna leave here the way it's going. No, I can't keep going. No, I can't wait my whole life. Or I'm just gonna leave here tonight.
For once in my life I got something to say. I wanna say it now, 'cause now it's today. Love has been given to grab and enjoy. So let's all grab and let's all enjoy. Well, if the kids are united, they will never be divided. Well, if the kids are united, they will never be divided. Take a look around you, what do you say? Kids with feelings like you and me. You understand him, he understands you. For you are him, and he is you. Well, if the kids are united, they will never be divided. Well, if the kids are united, they will never be divided. Well, I don't wanna be rejected. I don't wanna be an unknown. As long as we stand together, well, it'll just be the start. Well, if the kids are united, they will never be divided. Well, if the kids are united, they will never be divided. Well, if the kids are united, they will never be divided. Well, if the kids are united, they will never be divided. Well, if the kids are united, they will never be divided. Well, if the kids are united, they will never be divided. Well, if the kids are united, they will never be divided. Well, if the kids are united, they will never be divided.
He didn't get the popular vote, but you love him anyway. The Kevin Holly Show on the Internet Radio Network.
You're now about to witness the strength of street politeness. Yo, what up, Jay? Yo, what up, homeless Chuck? What up, Pops? I'm coming straight out of Hudson, polite motherfucker named Kevin. Got a radio show with 3 other dudes. When I go out on a walkabout, I'm the wigger helping the ladies in a crosswalk. You too, boy, if you fuck with me, the police are gonna have to come and get me. Back on the grass, that's how I'm going out. Saving cats in trees from falling out. Homeless Chuck starts to mumble, his tummy grumbles. I make some man cook him a pot of gumbo. Cooking broth for a motherfucker like that. Get him fat, he's gonna gain some mass. So give him some food. Ain't no telling when I'm down to help you move. Here's a little rap to keep you proper. And I'm nice, like Mr. Rogers. It's okay with Kevin to borrow tools. Just don't act the motherfucking fool. With me and you it ain't no, or maybe I'm pairing up my socks. Daily, yo, weekly, monthly, and yearly. Helping blind motherfuckers see clearly that I'm down with the capital Port Richie. Boy, you can't fuck with me. So when I'm in your neighborhood, I'm saving ducks, cause Kevin Holly's polite as fuck. And when I leave, believe I'm loving, cause when I come back, boy, I'm coming straight out of Hudson, Hudson, Hudson. City of Hudson, city of Hudson. Yo, Jay, what's up? Tell them where you're from. Straight out of Hudson, another courteous wigger. With every lady I help, yo, my rep gets bigger. Nice motherfucker, and you know this. And that pushy ass grass, I'll mow this, but I don't give a fuck, I'm gonna make some snacks. Give to the needy, and then take some naps. Then I stop a burglary, I stop a jacking. I'm not illegally armed, but I'm packing. I'll salute a motherfucker in a minute. If you got a loose tooth, G, I'll help you pull it. So if you're at a show in the front row, I won't call you a bitch or a dirty ass hoe. And you won't get mad like a bitch is supposed to. It shows me you're not a slut, you're composed to. A polite motherfucker from the street. My attitude's legit, cause I'm polite as shit. MC Cab controls the Vegematic. For any hungry motherfucker that wants a radish, I'll feed the needy before I feed myself. Every time I pull a cupcake off the shelf. My purity is maximum, and that's a law. K-E-V spells cab, but he's small. Cause me, I'm chillin'. Definition is clear, I'm me grillin'. That takes place by my pool, and once you're on my dick, your ass is full. Look, you can even take a dip. Cause a white kid like me is on a courteous tip. Straight out of Hudson, Hudson, Hudson. Straight out of Hudson, city of Hudson. Yo, what's up, Pops? What up, Jay Bird? What up, homeless Chuck? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Fuck you, Camden.
Hey, thanks for listening to the Louie Toopy Show, and listening to the Kevin Holly Show on the Internet Radio Network.
It's Wednesday.
Okay, folks, welcome to the Kevin Holly Show.
Catch your ducks in a row. A nice meal of beryllium. Machines are out there committing crimes. Come between the devil and the deep blue sea. It's what made the mouse eat the cat. Your bite on diamond in half. Not warlords, heavy winners. Yours truly stand in the mirror. It's hell to make war on an enemy that pays with yourself. And you're moving along and you're going so far and you just can't say it. Live in the shadows, there are shadows. And the vanquished treat the victors. And it flows so smoothly like a
person is the whole problem. Are we going to allow this guy to be heard by anyone who can turn a dial?
Got a pirate radio station. Nobody knows who he is.
You out there? You listening?
All right, welcome back. Third hour of the Kevin Holly Show. Call the show, 727-237-6010. Hit us up on Twitter at Kevin Holly Show 4. That's the number 4. And stick around after the show at 11 for the John LeBang Show on the IRN, the Internet Radio Network, IRNBroadcast.com. Also, RadioChaos.net and WBR-FM. If you're listening on KevinHollyShow.com, join us in the chat room. Oh, yeah. We are all back. It's live, baby.
Are we on like some kind of schedule or something?
I don't know, man. I tried to keep it on schedule. I ran up the stairs. I'm a little out of breath. That's what I do. I get out of breath. Oh, yeah. That was a long-ass break. So, do you guys have 5 words? What's up?
No, I haven't written shit down.
We could skip it.
Is there a theme or something?
I don't know. Pyramid game?
You guys can start out. I'll write 5 down.
Are you sure you can handle the pyramid game tonight, Jaybird?
No.
I got my 5. I want to quiz Filbert to begin, to be honest with you. I don't know, though. I don't even know what that is, dude.
That's Nadoshik.
I know what this is. It's the pyramid game, live on the Kevin Holly Show, everybody. Oh, yeah. Phil Birdman. Yes, sir. I got you.
I can't hear nothing.
All you need to hear is my 5 words on the pyramid game, where I give out 5 words, 5 clues anyway, one at a time, and you guess the word. You know, it's the $100,000 pyramid game. Phil's damn it dirty loves the game. Yeah, I want a swag pack. He's going to get a swag pack, man. All right, here we go, Filbert. I hope you're ready because
I'm ready.
I'm beyond ready. Here we go. 30 seconds on the board. Filbert, first word. Hold on, let me turn that down a little bit. Oh, man, you're running out of time already. All right, Filbert. This is a famous rapper from the 90s and 2000s.
Vanilla Ice.
No, he's
Ice-T.
African-American.
Cube.
Nope, he's
Dre.
He has had several names.
LL Cool J.
And his name now is just one word, but it started with a couple of words.
Prince?
When you're chiefing on some dope-ass marijuanagolf.com marijuana.
Coolio.
It's this pass. This gift.
Puff Daddy.
P. Diddy will work. You got it at the end, brother.
I don't think so.
Yeah, what are you talking about, man? I think that was actually pretty good, man. I was kind of proud of you on that, dude.
He started late, so I'm good.
Yeah, he started late. He started late. I mean, damn it, Dirty starts late. All right, Filbert, 30 seconds on the board. Next one. Okay, this is a really fat rapper from the 90s. He was murdered, allegedly. His name is an oxymoron. It's 2 words.
Big Papa.
Also known as...
Chris Wallace.
His stage name...
why can't I think of this?
It's the opposite of Tiny.
Biggie Smalls.
Yes! Jesus Christ.
I knew his real name.
All right, Phil, here we go. Next one, question number 3. You're 2 for 2, bro.
Tupac.
Okay, ladies love this guy.
Jaybird.
Jay-Z.
No, you got the letter correct there. It's 2 initials, a word, and another initial.
What?
Yeah, the ladies love. He's not hot. He's
Vanilla Ice.
Oh. There you go, Pops with the cool. You got that.
LL Cool J.
There you go, Filbert.
Yeah, I was trying to say Who farted?
Hold on. Pop said he was going to say it.
I was going to say LL Cool, but I didn't know the J part. Look, you guys, you're playing with yourself again. Go ahead, have fun.
All right, here we go. Just wait, Pops. All right, question number 4. This is Jaybird's. His rap name spawned from this rapper. He's
Jay-Z.
No. Ooh, very, very good guess, but no, not even close. If you have these around if you're Greek, you wear these so you know where to stop shaving.
What?
Okay, Mr. T wore a ton of these around.
2 Chainz.
There you go. Booyah! Wow, Filbert, you're like 4 for 4, dude. All right, here we go. 30 seconds on the board. Last question. This is a rapper who has that same moniker that Pump has before his name, and he likes
Lil Weezy.
Close. There's also a guy that shares the same first name.
Lil Bow Wow.
That sings the national anthem for the Chicago Blackhawks.
Oh, I can't think of his name.
If the guy that sings the national anthem for the Blackhawks was a rapper, his name would be this. Come on, dude. Come on, dude.
Jay-Z?
You say Jay-Z again, I'm going to fucking punch you, dude.
Lil Wayne?
Yes!
Bullshit.
Thanks,
he
Glick.
read that from.
Thanks, Glick.
He clicked it.
So what?
Click on them all, dude. Click on every one of them, dude.
What do they all have in common? 5 most dangerous people in the world?
Thank you! Oh my god! Holy crap, dude. You totally got it, man. Oh, bro. I'm going to pick something off the prize wheel for you, Filbert.
Just what was the guy's
It's an autographed copy of the Victim of the Swamp from Pat Burgay.
What was the Chicago announcer's name?
Wayne Mesmer. And I was going for.
Thank you.
I was going for. I even wrote it down. Look, Lil Wayne Mesmer.
Nice.
Okay, mine are not like related words. So.
That doesn't have to be, man.
Okay,
It's an open
How
forum.
long have you been away?
Come to Florida.
I forget.
Paco, come to Florida. Who are you going to
All
quiz?
right,
Who's next? I'm
no,
up for
I got to
whatever.
give mine to somebody else, don't I? You don't
Give 'em to Kevin.
do your own.
Give him to
Here,
Kevin.
you quiz Pops.
With these?
And then I guess he can quiz me.
Okay, I'm down with that.
All right.
Pops, are you ready for the pyramid game?
Yeah, I
All right, there we go, Pops. 30 seconds on the board, starting now. First question. It's not... Okay, the ancient Egyptians built these in the desert in Egypt.
Pyramids.
Woohoo! Pops, man, I have a feeling you're going to ace this. All right, next one. Jesus Christ. Okay, if you smoke marijuana to relieve these eye symptoms, it's a disease of the eyes.
Glaucoma.
Boom! Look at this guy. Told you you're going to nail it, man. All right, next question. Question 3 for Pops in the pyramid game. Here we go. How's Pops doing? You go and you get one of these when you're... it's a rub down. There's plenty of these Jack Shacks along Kennedy in downtown Tampa by the strip club.
Massage parlor.
Yes. What ethnicity type of massage parlor? You were involved in the
Korean or
yeah,
Persuasion.
Persuasion. Yeah.
Oriental.
Oriental massage. I'll accept that,
Yeah,
judges.
how about
Asian.
that?
All right. Asian massage. Good job, Pops. Holy crap. All right, Pops. You only need 10 seconds for this one. Your favorite song?
Moon River.
Booyah! Hold on, where is it?
Set up.
Did you tell me to shut up?
I said it.
Set
This
up.
is a set
I
up.
know, I heard you.
Jay's my man.
All right, speaking of your man, last question.
All right, Jay.
Hold on a second.
Oh, one more
Pops
question.
has one more. Pops, your favorite man in the chat room.
Jaybird.
In the chat
No.
room, Pops.
Oh, in the chat room. Quick.
Hey, Chris Glick, everybody. Holy crap. All right.
In the chat room, yeah.
Pops is 5 for 5 tonight on the pyramid game, man. I love it, dude. All right. Woohoo! All right, so Filbert, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's do this,
I got
man.
Jay here.
Yeah, this is great. This is going to be like some
No,
scientific
this is
word
right
I
up
can't
your
even
alley.
pronounce.
It's right up your alley, Jay.
Are you ready? Here we go.
Yeah.
If your name was Bud and you drank this,
Bundy.
you would become smarter.
Beer.
Ooh.
If your name was Bud and you drank
Wiser.
Yes, Budweiser.
Nicely done, Phil.
Hey,
And Jay.
hold on, little break. Do you know what Budweiser stands for?
Because you deserve what every individual should enjoy regularly.
Oh, I've told you everything. All
I
right.
told you that.
I taught you.
I taught you.
No.
I learned that from my old roommate,
I've known
Michael
that since
Kirby.
I've been like 18.
I have no idea what you guys are talking
Michael
about.
Tribby?
Yes.
You had a roommate, Michael Tribby?
Kirby.
Oh, Kirby.
But he loved tribbing and pegging. It was weird.
All right, back to the game.
Here we go. 30 seconds. There we go. Glick, wait, hold on. Glick, hold on. Let me stop it.
I'll tell you an important lesson about Kirby when we get through here.
Are you going to sell me a vacuum? Are you going to suck
Kirby
my...
Puckett?
Hey, man, Glick guessed his own name right in the chat room. Just want to throw that out there. All right, Pops, here we go. 30 seconds on the board.
All right, Jay. If you were with a woman, this would be something that you would want to eat. Her,
Pussy.
What's another word?
Titties. Vagina.
It's...
Face.
It might be hairy.
Yeah, eat her titties.
Asshole.
It might be hairy.
Asshole.
It's not.
Nipples.
It's the opposite of the asshole.
Pussy. Vagina. Cunt.
Yeah. You can also drink it and get drunk.
Labia.
Head for her mountains or head for her...
Butthole.
Oh, you're so close.
It's spilled Budweiser.
Taint.
Bush.
Bro. All right.
You let me down there, Jay.
Yeah. The next
Sorry,
one.
man.
Here we go.
I know. I should have got that.
Hey, next one here.
I'm not very
It's
knowledgeable.
always this time somewhere.
5 o'clock.
Or...
It's...
Dude, it's a hard
Did Glick
day.
get this?
It's been a hard day at work. Man, it is blank time.
Miller time.
Yeah! You're back, Jay!
Wow. Is there one more?
There's two more.
Holy shit. Oh, here we go.
If you were
Whoa, Glick got Miller time in the
If
chat
you
room.
were Mark Harmon, you might enjoy drinking this.
Dick juice. No, I'm kidding. I love Mark Harmon. Shit. If I'm Mark Harmon,
You might even make commercials
Gibbs?
about drinking this.
I never saw him. Arizona iced tea. I don't know. I've never seen a commercial with him. Beer, freaking Budweiser, Heineken.
What is the center of an apple called?
Corona.
The apple what?
Apple cider. Apple.
When you eat it all, what's left?
The
core.
The
perhaps.
core. Coors Light.
Yeah, exactly.
Coors Light.
Coors was the answer.
How the frick do you get Coors Light out of?
Mark Harmon made
Yeah.
Coors commercials.
That was
Did he?
terrible.
Yes.
I don't even recall that.
I don't watch
Apple
commercials.
Coors.
I don't watch
All
commercials.
right, last one. This is for all the
Fail.
marbles, Jay.
All right, we already lost, bro.
From the land of sky blue waters. Pops
Rolling
knows it.
Rock.
Pops knows it. He used
Pops,
to
help me
drink
out.
this when he was a kid. Blank the beer
Deer piss?
refreshing. Blank the beer refreshing.
That's cool.
Do you know this?
No.
Lowenbrow?
No.
Old style.
Think pig. What's made from a pig? You
Bacon.
You eat it on holidays.
Ham.
Yes. Plural.
Ham's
yeah,
beer.
ham's beer. We got it.
There we go.
I should have known that.
Should have known that, Pops.
Wow, man. So, Pops, you got 5 words?
I thought this was
So
a
that was
shoe-in
all-
with Jay. It was all about beer.
I'm not a big beer drinker.
No. You're a bear.
Chuck
though.
is at home going, I got him.
He's cracking open every one of those as we're talking about them. Oh, wow. Pops, you got 5 words, or you want to skip it, or what's up?
Yeah, skip it.
All right. Pyramid Game live at the Get Out Show. Thanks for playing. Swag packs for everybody in the chat room tonight. Speaking to your microphone, what
I am speaking in your shitty-ass pink microphone.
what happened? Oh, I'm sorry, my thumb hit it. Here.
Yeah.
There you go.
I said swag packs for everybody except Glick because he can't spell glaucoma or pyramids.
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 Pyramids. Pyramids.
Pre-smids.
Oh man. So I do have a couple of things here. I have one thing I brought to the table I wanted to talk about. All right. Here is the top 15 things that how cops know when you're lying to them.
We should get your cop friend on the phone for this one.
We should, but we won't because it's late and it's almost the end of the show. But I want to see if you guys can guess them. Chat room, feel free. I think just Glick's in there right now. Just go ahead and Glick it. Anyway, guys, roundtable discussion here. Name something that you think is in the top 15 things that cops know when you're lying to them? That you do, like...
you don't look them in the eye.
I had 2 beers an hour ago.
Oh, 2 beers? I like that. Don't look them in the eyes.
No eye contact.
No eye contact. Jaybird, you got one?
I rolled down my window.
They know you're lying because you rolled the window down.
I was at a friend's house. Right around the corner.
Are this phrases, or are you asking, like, is this like eye twitching type thing, or your lips are trembling?
How do they know you're lying?
Yeah, your lips tremble.
Okay,
sweating,
trembling.
Your heart starts beating out of your chest.
The number
shaking.
one answer on the list here is your bloodshot eyes.
Well, how does that mean you're lying just because you're ripped? I mean,
Did you say what?
I'm a little confused.
2 things that you said or 2 things that you did?
I mean, that could be like, you know, I can understand if your eyes are bloodshot, then maybe you're high, but how does that say you're lying? Because what if your eyes are bloodshot and you're like, I'm ripped?
If it's movements that you do, I'd say if you fall out of the car instead of standing up out of it.
Well, there you go, Pops. That goes along with number 2 here, uncontrollable or strange laughter. Is that just going
I got number 3.
So obviously they're not listening to the Kevin Holly show then. Is this how do you know if you're listening to the Kevin Holly show or not?
Strange laughter. Excessive sweating. Filbert. Sweat is another good indicator of truly suspicious behavior. You would be surprised how much people sweat when they are trying to hide something.
I'm going with fidgeting.
Fidgeting. Mm-hmm. So Brian Walter would be completely done every time he got pulled over because he's a fidget. Fucking midget. What? I can say it because I'm short. Okay?
But I see you pissing in your pants.
All right. Not looking the cop in the eye.
Yeah. Giving superfluous information.
Where's your microphone at, Filbert?
I don't know. Hello, testing.
There you go.
Where was I only had 2 beers.
I'm still looking for that
It's
one.
right there, giving up superfluous information.
When you're talking to a cop, and you should give them the least amount of info as possible, but think about it. The more you lie, the easier it is for a cop to trip you up. Usually when someone has something to hide, they will continually and add unimportant information to their fraudulent story. If it doesn't make sense with the surrounding situation, no amount of additional information makes it more believable. It's like selling yourself too much to the cop.
Did you have anything to drink? Well, yeah, I
What
mean... Well, I had 2
Giving
beers.
them like super compliments about being cops and how you had cop as a family, or
I'm on your side tonight, guys.
Yeah.
You know, I have an uncle who was a cop. You know,
Thanks for pulling me over, man. I love cops.
Can I shine your boots with my tongue?
Remember the story about the sword juggler?
Jay's life story.
Do you remember that one, Kevin?
Yeah.
Tell it to
No, I don't.
Huh?
I do not remember it.
Cops pull this guy over, and they look in the back, and they see him is laying in a car, and he's got 5 or 6 swords laying there. And he says, "What's these concealed weapons you got?" He says, "Well, they aren't concealed." He says, "I haven't been drinking." He says, "I've been working. I juggle these swords. I make good money doing it. It's kind of dangerous too. You got to prove it to me, you know, and I'll let you go. That's you're using them for work." So he's out there. He's juggling these fucking swords in the street there. Listen, these 2 guys passing. One guy, look at that. These fucking DUI checks are getting fucking real ridiculous.
Ridiculous. That's ridiculous. These DUI. All right, how about well, we got that one. How about when you're giving off a weird vibe?
That's a cop-out right there, no pun intended.
According to one cop on Reddit, criminals just have a specific vibe to them. At the end of the day, people who are nervous because they got caught act differently than people who are just nervous. The body language is different. They just give off a different vibe. We're just reporting what an officer said here, not endorsing it.
I think that's a cop-out. That's something they can always fall back on. He's giving off a weird vibe.
Yeah, I mean, how do you know what somebody... I've met very weird people that give off vibes, and I'm not a cop. I mean...
Yeah.
Well, I would imagine...
Luke McDermott.
After years of interrogating people, a cop remembers what people did when he finds out later they were lying, and if he sees it happen again, he's going to doubt the guy. You know, It comes with experience.
Well, think of it like this, Pops. Like when you work at a pizza place and you have customer notes, you can say like, go to the third door on the right. You know what I mean? When people order food, they have the opportunity online and through apps like Uber Eats and things like that where they can give specific instructions for delivery. What about cops? They have a laptop in their cop car. If they pull somebody over and say, this guy gave me off a weird vibe, little note, you know, the next cop that pulls him over pulls up the information on his license plate or his driver's license, and all of a sudden he's got notes from all the previous
or as
times,
I like to call it, profiling.
Do they have that? Do they connect?
They should. I don't know if that's profiling, but I mean, you just put on what happened, you know.
I
You
don't
just
think
make
they
a
can
report.
actually make
I don't know about that.
It would be cool if they did, is what I'm saying. You know, that
No,
would be
I don't
helpful.
think that would
Because
be
every
cool.
situation is
Well,
different.
it would not be cool if they did,
No.
because that's what we don't want.
The guy had a cooler full of rattlesnakes last time I pulled him over. It's legal, but it's weird, you know.
No.
Be careful of rattlesnakes in this truck. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I there here again. We go to homeless. What is it?
Homeless Chuck?
Homeless Chuck.
No.
Homeless
Habeas corpus, is it?
Yeah.
yeah.
Now you're starting to talk about like the SS Gestapo.
Yeah,
Making notes about
right,
citizens
right.
and stuff.
Yeah, you can't
That's why I say I got no problem with 15-year-olds taking a stand on something. And
But you have a problem with cops writing notes about a 15-year-old that's had the cops called on him 39 times before he shot up a school? That's what I'm getting at, you know?
No, but you're talking about obviously like reports are documented about somebody, but you can't put individual notes about it based on your opinion.
It's different if he got convicted of something. I have no problem with them looking at your priors.
Right.
But
they
I do have
that.
problems with judgment notes.
Exactly.
Okay, well, what about if it's, this is the second time I've pulled this guy over. Then the next cop pulls him over and says, this is the third time I've pulled him over. Now he's got a record of how many times he's been pulled over. Keep it simple. Now, if this guy's getting pulled over all the time for different infractions, things that are borderline...
But is he getting cited for those?
Maybe he's getting warnings, maybe he's not, but they should have some kind of record like that, even with warnings. I'm just saying there should be more of a paper trail with perps, potential perps.
Maybe they should just have a portable tattoo gun and tattoo
Perfect.
like
Kevin,
on
you
his
have that.
arm
It's called a
and
rap sheet. If you haven't been convicted of something, you can't use anything prior to that to try and sway your judgment because
Absolutely.
you don't know if they're guilty or not.
Yep.
Let me give you a scenario.
But it's okay for the pizza guy.
Have any of you guys ever been driving drunk and have a cop pull you over?
No, sir.
I don't do that.
Never.
And you say, hey, man, yeah, you know.
I had 2 beers.
He give you a break.
Yeah.
No.
Not for me. No, it's never happened.
I have. But have any of you ever had a cop pull you over and say, you've been drinking, and he gives you the thing and he arrests you?
No, I've never had a sobriety test or anything like that.
Well,
Never.
here's what happens.
Did you really?
Here's what happens to a lot of cops. This is what happens to them. They see a young guy and his gal, and they say, hey, the guy says, we only got to go a mile to get home. And give the guy a break. Well, 2 hours later, an hour later, he gets a call, and he goes out there. This guy and this young gal are in the car in an accident. They're both all bloody and half dead or dead. One of them's dead and the other one's dying.
And he feels
he
it's
gave
his
him a
fault,
break.
yeah.
The next time he gets you ain't going to get a fucking break from him. You know, because he doesn't want to see that happen to you.
Right.
And that doesn't mean that the cop he goes by what his experience is, and if he lets 10 people get by and they get home and there's no problem, well, he's tend to do it again, you know. But he has to go by how bad you are.
It's a double-edged sword.
He has to make a judgment.
It's a double-edged sword because you're hoping that you get someone that's been on the force long enough to have seen all these things because he's going to make a better decision.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you might be hoping that you get someone who's green that doesn't know any of this stuff and just lets you go.
Yeah, and he's doing you an injustice if you're fucking shit-faced. You go down the road, and the worst thing, killing yourself is one thing.
Right.
Running into a kid or a little kid and killing them, you got to live with that. That'd be worse than dying yourself, really. So it's all. Everything that isn't fair is created by some asshole that put up a situation. He got a break and didn't take advantage of it.
Right.
Or blah, 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 you know. Or circumstances are shitty, but You know, you need to keep an open mind on everything, and you need to work for what's better for everybody.
Yeah, Kevin, keep an open mind.
Hey, man, I'll lick a boot, man. I'm good.
What?
So I'll lick some cops' boots, man.
Kevin misunderstood.
What?
Keeping something else open.
Oh, my bad.
Is behind.
Speaking of open behinds, this is a list of the craziest and most bizarre things at Michael Jackson's Neverland Ranch. I checked this out the other day.
Grown-ups?
There's a boys kissing door knocker. That's number one. Now, these are voted up and down here.
Are those boys or are those just angels?
What's wrong with that?
Those are cherubs.
It's because it's at Michael Jackson's place.
This is
That's why.
2018. I mean, boys can kiss boys in the women's bathroom.
All right, what about life?
As long as they have like in their relationship.
Yes.
Yeah, as long as
fuck that shit, man. That's garbage. We don't need it.
What about life-sized positionable dolls of children at his house?
That's pretty
fucked up.
creepy. That's creepy for sure.
We're stretching that we got to produce that kind of shit.
I'm not producing it.
You were talking about the media fucking things up. This is the type of media that fucks things up.
Yeah, you're right.
Am I right or wrong?
Let's go back to the cop thing.
You're right, Pops. What are the 10 weirdest things found at Kevin Holly's house?
Oh, wow.
This kind of shit. This kind of garbage.
This ain't my
Like
house.
a bunch of little chihuahuas? I mean, there's nothing weird about that.
Do the chihuahuas kiss each other?
I think
worse.
If we can't give our listeners something better than this shit, we ought to.
All right, how about what teachers reveal as their most disturbing day at school? How about that, Pops?
What would you think a teacher's most disturbing day would be, Pops?
Kids actually learn something.
Seeing kids that you can't challenge them and to get them to want to learn.
How about
they don't give a fuck.
You look at them and there's like just nothing there.
Well,
they're there, but they're not really
number
there.
one, I would say probably a teacher today, the biggest challenge is they're so fucking, the bureaucracy has got them programmed so that they've got to do certain things. They've got to get their test scores up. That's their main aim for their standing and their rating in the school system. If their test scores ain't up, they may be getting kids really motivated and their kids are really learning, but a couple of them are slow and that brings down their average and all that shit. She's got to spend some time with the slow ones that you can't give to the good ones, and it's a frustrating job. And it's so fucking frustrating that a real good teacher, with the bullshit she's going through, a lot of the good teachers are getting the fuck out of the business.
They can't do. They can't.
The fucking
They can't
horseshit
teach.
ones that stay and fuck the kids up. And this is part of what I wanted to get into when I was talking about the challenges that these kids, that are 18 to 30, 35-year-old kids have to solve, get all this shit give a kid 12 fucking years of schooling, but years ago a kid would go to school six years and then he'd go out and he'd earn a living from there on.
Imagine you're a teacher that's been teaching for 40 years.
If we can't educate our kids in 12 years and make them intelligent enough to go out and do something and earn a living doing it, that they have to go on for 8 more fucking years and acquire $200,000, $400,000 worth of fucking debts.
You nailed it. Yes,
we're fucked up.
Imagine you're a teacher that's been teaching for 40 years, and you've had 4 generations of kids that you've taught, and now all of a sudden you've got all this bullshit electronics and all this bullshit shit you got to deal with.
Yeah,
you know how to teach, but you're not allowed to do it.
These kids are texting each other across the fucking room.
Oh, they're doing Common Core math. That makes no sense. They're being indoctrinated.
I think Jay is having a stroke.
Oh, yeah. He's staring at the
No,
ceiling.
I was just thinking, imagine if you're doing a fucking comedy show and you can't fucking discuss fucking, shit about weird shit at Michael Jackson's place without the old man in the room going.
All right, well, here, let's bring it to a happy medium
If you're
here.
interested in Michael Jackson, then
Well, we are talking about kids, Pops.
I used to have a pair of parachute pants, bro.
Dude, how about this, man? How about when the parenting takes it a step too far and a mom pranks a teacher with laxative brownies?
That
and
would be awesome.
The teacher then shares the brownies with the entire classroom. That's on the list. Okay? In a case that would rank amongst the most immature parenting decisions of all time, Pops. A woman from Portland, Maine? Portland, Maine.
Maine or Oregon?
Maine. They conspired with their daughter and her friends to bake a batch of brownies stuffed with laxatives in a scheme to prank her daughter's teacher. they crushed up X-Lax pills and stirred it into the mix, and once the brownies were done, they left it on their teacher's desk with a note saying, "We made these cookies especially for you. Hope you enjoy them." Well, that's when it all backfired. Being a generous, thoughtful person, this beautiful, wonderful teacher, shaping the minds of our children, shared the brownies with the entire class, unintentionally making anyone who ate a brownie incredibly sick. That's what's really disturbing to think about, Pops.
Teachers nowadays have their
Now,
own
see-
agenda, and they think they're right, and they can do whatever they want.
Now, see, that's
so
funny.
they deserve laxative brownies, Phil? Is that what you're saying?
No, what I'm saying is she should not be allowed to teach.
Why? Because she
she
brownies to her kids?
Yeah. What if her prank was to give them marijuana gummy bears?
It
No,
wasn't
that was
the
the mom's
teacher, a
prank.
mom.
The mom pranked
one of
the
the
teacher. Yeah, where have you been
The
for the
poor
last
mom.
That mom should not be allowed to prank teachers.
No, I tell you what, that's
I was
funny.
only half
Hey, you
paying
got
attention.
Pops to smile. Thank
Hey.
you.
No, I want to tell you honestly, that's some
I thought the
funny
show was
shit.
over. My bad.
That's some funny shit.
Oh my God! So the mom responsible for the prank was sentenced to 50 hours of community service.
Dude, I would do that for 50 hours of community service just to watch a bunch of
Oh,
people
wait, go back
shit
up. A little
themselves.
girl drew a picture of her. Oh, never mind. Totally different story. I am like not in the right mood here. You're scrolling too fast for me, dude.
I like this one. Kids blow up the groundskeeper's car. My friend's dad was the groundskeeper, but everyone hated him because he was always busting the younger kids for going out to lunch and handed out a lot of detentions. So one night, a couple of guys started his van on fire.
And it blew up.
Wow.
Oh my
Those
God.
kids should not be allowed to go to school anymore.
Man, he lost a lot of personal items in that van, dude, like candy, ice cream.
Like we would like pick the car up and move it 3 spaces over, or maybe take like something and smush it under the door handle, so when the teacher went to open the door, he got crap all over his fingers. These
You're
kids are
nuts,
blowing
dude.
shit up, man.
Who would do such things, Phil?
I used to work
I
with
did.
this guy, and I used to piss on his car. Like
I
almost
remember.
every
Now
night.
Kevin knows.
know,
Now
You know,
Kevin knows
'cause it
who
was a
did it.
different job. I'm not at that job anymore.
No, I mean, you
but-
told me about it.
Oh, okay.
It
Yeah.
was like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I used to piss on his door handle, like every night. I'd piss on the hood. I'd even write my name in it just to see if he could.
Did Kevin ever tell you about the time that we had to get my car out of a tow truck area? In,
We call that Hawk. I had to get it
out of Hawk.
Yeah.
In Newport Richie because it got towed from a parking lot where I had a for sale sign on it,
Mhm.
and we were so mad, and we're sitting there waiting for the guy.
Dude, I sold Filbert that car for like what?
$25.
No, it was like $200.
Yeah, you're
It was
right,
a
it's
station
$200.
wagon. It was like an old Oldsmobile station wagon, like a little 6-cylinder. I sold it to Filbert for like $200. Right? I was done with it, and I got it to run again. You know what I mean? It was a piece of shit. And Filbert's like, "Well, I can sell it for $500." I'm like, "Well, do what you want to do. Get it off my driveway. You can have it for two bills." So he went and parked it in the old Kmart parking lot, and it got towed that night. And the bill to get it out of Hawk was like
More than I
$300.
paid for it. Yeah. So
How much?
Like $300. So Kevin and I are waiting at the tow truck place, and this guy's like, "Oh, I'll be there soon," you know. And we're standing around, and I'm looking, and there's only one door to get in the place. And I said, "Fuck this guy!" And I walked over to the door, and I took my pants down, and I put the door handle right between my ass crack, and I rubbed it up and down and everything. And then we stood next there and waited for the guy to come. And he put his hand on it, and he opened it up, and we're laughing our asses off. And he's looking at us like, "Why are you guys laughing?" You don't remember that?
I remember he pulled up in like somebody else's BMW with like a transporter
No, it
tag.
was just me and you, dude.
And yeah, no, the guy pulled up and you yelled at him. You were like, "Oh, look at you driving somebody else's car, you dick. Why don't you drive in my car?"
Yeah. I asked up the door handle. That was my way of getting him back.
Hell yeah.
Jaber, what's the worst thing? You don't forget you. Pops, what's the worst prank you ever pulled on somebody as revenge?
I can tell you something that you did that was pretty freaking horrible. If you want me to enlighten, back when he was in like elementary school, at that time it was like kindergarten through high school was pretty much in the same class. You know, like
No. There was no kindergarten. There was the little room and a
Whatever.
big room.
All
First,
right.
second, third, and fourth in one room. Fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth in the other room.
All right, do you know the story I'm going to fucking tell then, too? Do you just
Like,
want to take over?
I know it, I'll tell it.
Cyclone fence.
Speaking to the mic.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were in the country, you know, and this kid used to go behind the garage and piss.
The garage, yeah.
And so one of the guys brought one of the electric fence deals, and we hooked it up to the fucking fence back there. He went back and took a piss. And he started hollering and run out with his dick hanging out.
So, Pops.
That's the one you were talking about?
Pops, when I was a kid, my
We
dad...
just did it. But this guy was a prick. I mean, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I was telling my thing and you didn't let me finish.
Pops,
Fuck you.
Pops, when Kevin and I were little kids, my dad bought us a snowmobile.
Yeah.
And we used to ride it around in Illinois, during the winter and everything. And then we were too big for it. We kind of outgrew it, and it sat around in the garage for like 3 or 4 years. So my dad decided to put it up for sale, and the neighbor 2 houses down came over, and he was interested in it. And my dad's friend, who worked on small motors and stuff, happened to be over that day. And the guy's like, does it run? And I tried to start it, and it wouldn't start. So my dad's friend goes, hey, Filbert, put your finger on the spark plug. And I thought, okay, whatever, I didn't understand electronics and conductiveness or anything like that. So I put my finger on it, and they fucking ripped the cord on it, and I got the jolt of my life. I couldn't move my arm. I fell backwards. And you know what my dad and his friend did? They laughed at me. And it started up, and then the guy drove it home and paid for it and bought it.
How'd you get revenge on him?
I never got revenge on him at all.
He came out of the closet at 30. That's how he got revenge.
I thought it was so funny that I actually kind of gained respect for that guy. He's one of my dad's favorite friends.
Oh,
Beakus.
Of mine. Yeah, Beakus.
Check it out, dude. Here.
Oh, he taught you a lesson.
Yes, he did.
If you're gonna explode, you can use the commode in igloos, cave dwellings, or tents.
No need to explain when you got a drain.
Don't whiz on
the electric fence.
You can swizzle on the sofa. Peter in the air.
Peter in the toilet.
That's right, it is there.
You can let it rain in the breakdown lane while waiting at ladies and gents. Just don't whiz on. Don't whiz on.
Glick made a great
comment.
Kevin has never outgrown anything.
Glick is such an asshole.
It was a mini snowmobile for like 10-year-olds.
It was called a kitty cat. It was a 50cc.
Kit Kat. Yep.
No, kitty cat.
Yeah, well, you
Kit
can
Kat.
still fit on it, bro.
I would love to have
Instead
that thing
of
still.
Arctic Cat, it was a Kit Kat made by Arctic Cat.
Yeah, kitty cat.
Could have turned it
Kitty
into
cat.
a jet ski.
Dude, my friend AJ was AJM back in the day. Not AJ from Happy Hour last night, but a different AJ that I grew up with. He, in the summertime, the weekend that we bought that snowmobile, it was summertime. We had rose bushes that divided the property down the side of the driveway, and it was pointing towards that side of it, sort of a little bit. And my dad fired it up. It was like a pole start, like a lawnmower, And AJ's like, hop on it, AJ, check it out. And AJ hopped on it, he put his hands on the grips, and he squeezed the throttle, and it took off, and he went right through the thorn bushes and popped out the other side, bloodied, crying like a baby.
And then we were just like, all right, we should probably go. You should probably go home now, AJ.
Rub some dirt on it. Get out of here.
That thing was cool, though.
It was, man. I remember riding that in the backyard in Schaumburg and tearing it up, making my own trails and
Pops,
stuff.
that same guy, you said he taught me a life lesson. Let me tell you about another life lesson.
Make
that
it
he
quick,
taught me
man. We
once.
got less than 2 minutes.
They had a cabin in Watoma, Wisconsin that we would go up to. A lake house, right? And we were up there for the 4th of July one year, and they had a 4th of July show in town. So they had bleachers set up, and we're sitting on the bleachers, and this guy goes, hey, PJ, I think I dropped my wallet. And I was sitting down, and I said, oh, I'll get it. And then when I bent down to go get it, he farted right on my face. Explains a lot, doesn't it?
That's how PJ got to the way he is. Listen, everybody, thank you, Pops. Thank you, Jaybird. Thank you, Filbert.
Thank you guys. Have
You
fun.
guys, it was so awesome to have you back in the studio.
PJ
I had a
Rabbit,
fucking
You want me
blast.
to tell you one thing I did? We did.
No,
We don't have time. We got to end the show right now.
You can tell it on the way
Come
down.
back next week, and we'll do it again. How about
Peace
that?
out, Rabbit.
We have less than a minute, Pops. I got to let us go, man. I can't.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
okay,
going to turn
okay.
off. But listen, man, I love you guys. Thank you so much for coming in.
you guys.
Stick around for the John LeBang Show and also WBR FM on Monday, our replay. Also, a shout out to MarijuanaGolf.com, our sponsor. And Jay, Pops, everybody, man, we're done, dude. We'll see you guys later, right? Woo! Oh, man. All right, let's do it. Let's get out of here.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Alright then. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck up out of here. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Kevin's getting tired. It's time to end the show. He really freaking blew. It's end of the Kevin Holly Show.
I'd like to thank you for listening to the Kevin Holly Show. I hope you've had as much fun as we have bringing it to you. It's really been a pleasure, And be sure and get us again next week.
Okay, bye-bye.